Yo, YouTube, what is going on? What is going on? It's your boy Dino Bam Bam with D107 MMA. Happy to be back in your lives with another pre-show live. And god damn it, if it ain't the return of the Mac, the return of the notorious Conor McGregor, the biggest star in the history of this entire goddamn promotion, this entire sport. He's back after 5 years, right? UFC 264 was the last time we saw Conor. 5 years ago yesterday. Me and DS were at that card. It was absolutely crazy. I remember the first thing I said to this guy. I looked over to him and I was like, DS, that's it. We're never seeing this guy fight again. And we were pretty goddamn adamant about it that we would never see him again. But here we are. We're proven wrong yet again. And yeah, man, it's absolutely crazy. And, I'm excited, man. It's Conor McGregor. For those of you that have never seen a Conor McGregor fight week, newer fans, it's wild. It is absolutely wild. And we're here to enjoy it. MMA Now in the chat saying, yo, what up, brother? MMA Now. Guys, go check them out. Go follow, subscribe, like, all that stuff. MMA Now is a true OG of the goddamn game. DS in the chat. I'm pooping, guys. Be there soon. Hey, don't worry about it, DS. We're here. So, guys, pretty stacked lineup today. Not only do we have yours truly, as always, DS, of course, he is pooping. He'll be on as soon as he's done with that. We have a professional fighter, more than likely coming on. He texted me about half an hour ago, said he'll be a little bit late, but he will be here. So we've got that. I'm sure I might be wrong. He'll probably be joining us. We got a stacked little lineup. And guys, man, I'm just excited to talk about Conor McGregor, Max Holloway. I thought there was absolutely no chance that Conor McGregor wins this fight. And I still kind of feel that way. But as we're getting closer and closer to the fight, I'm seeing the people that are picking Conor, and I'm seeing the reasons they're saying Conor is going to win. I don't believe any of it, but it's starting to kind of, like ever so slightly, convince me that Conor has a chance. And I don't know, maybe after a couple 2-3 drinks, I might be betting on Conor McGregor. But, ultimately the pick is Max Holloway for me. DS is picking Conor McGregor. So as soon as he's done wiping and he gets his ass in here, we're going to talk to DS about Conor McGregor and see what the deal is. Super stacked lineup, man. I mean, main event, Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway. Of course, it's a Conor McGregor fight. It's unbelievably big. Doesn't need to be elaborated on. Benoit Saint Denis, Paddy Pimblett. I think a very important fight for the division. Important matchmaking in this one. Good matchmaking in this one, right? Because this is two younger-ish guys, prospects, right, for the top of the division. They're having them meet each other. I think it's the perfect time after Paddy Pimblett kind of got his shot at the belt without having to fight Benoit Saint Denis. Benoit Saint Denis had his trials and his tribulations. Great time to match these two guys up. I think it's two dudes that we know they're really good, but there are massive weaknesses, massive holes in each one of their fucking games. So love the matchmaking there. There's a couple more. We'll get to them. Ethan Ewing Glazer. Bro, Drake picked Conor, but Max is on the UFC 6 cover. So the Drake curse is out there, right? Put $1 million on Conor. You weigh that with the EA Sports UFC 6 cover. Max Holloway, of course, is on the cover. Everyone loses when they're on the cover. Max Holloway goes, if you saw one of the interviews, I think it was an interview, not the press conference. He goes, well, I already knew I was on the cover when I fought Charles, so the curse is fucked for me. So that's it. He already got his L. That's what he thinks. Conor didn't look good. He looks frail. I think Max finishes him. I'm with you. DS, born to shit, forced to wipe. Ain't that the goddamn truth? The one who vapes. Shout out the one who vapes, guys. A member of MMA Joey's community. And he's out here just showing some love. Appreciate you, my boy. Ethan Ewing Glazer, if he comes out with that stiff-ass boxing stance, he's going to get pieced up. I mean, yeah, right? Like, here's my whole philosophy behind this, by the way. I don't know what this is, but hey, we all about it. Ethan Ewing Glazer, here's my thought process, right? I get it, man. I'm a huge Conor McGregor fan. Like, I've been watching for a really long time. Conor is the biggest star in the history of the sport. I make no fucking, I don't hide it. I've got the T-shirts. I've got the posters. Me and DS have flown out to see Conor McGregor fights. We've paid thousands in flights and hotels and tickets and all that kind of shit. I'm a Conor fan, man. But, like, at what point do you let your biases and this, like, nostalgia kind of go away? It's been 5 years since Conor McGregor was in the cage. 5 fucking years. And the last time he was in the cage, he left not only in a wheelchair, like, he left carted out, right, with a broken, shattered leg, yelling shit at Dustin Poirier and his wife. And then the moments we've seen after that have been alcohol, sexual assault allegations, drug use, fucking, the fucking bitches in NBA bathrooms, throwing a lady off a fucking boat, if you guys remember that one. So, like, what tells you that guy is going to beat a guy that has been a champion, a guy in that time, a guy that has knocked out Justin Gaethje last year or a year and a half ago, whatever it was. Like, it just, to me, that part of it just doesn't make sense. I think you're being disingenuous if you pick Conor McGregor. I think you're being nostalgic if you're picking Conor McGregor, or you're just doing it to not maybe be a contrarian, but to just be like, see, I told you, if it does happen, can Conor win? Sure. He can catch Max Holloway early. Conor has great power. His hands are lightning fast. You know, when he's locked in and in that flow state with the boxing, it's there. Ultimately, I don't think the cardio is that great. There is a path with the wrestling, but what makes you think that Conor McGregor, up to 170, looking thick as fuck, is going to have 5-round cardio? We've seen him struggle with his gas tank with Nate Diaz, so I don't get it. Or you're picking him for the vibes, right? The plot. Like, that's basically what it is. I might be wrong. I'll be in soon finishing up some stuff. By all means, brother. Juice Man, it's time. You're going Max by decision. A lot of people going by decision. I think Max gets a finish, to be honest with you. That's kind of like where my mind has been with this one. Decision would be crazy. I can't imagine Conor McGregor's gas tank holding up against a guy like Max for 5 rounds, where Max is consistently just, you know how he is. He's a volume striker. He pushes pace normally. Let's take the Oliveira fight out of it. Max looked terrible last time out. Are we expecting Conor McGregor to put on a fucking Marab type performance, who, by the way, he's wrestling against Henry Cejudo right now at RAF in Georgia? Like, is that what we're expecting? I can't buy it, man. I wish Conor wins. I hope Conor wins. I think it's better for the sport. I think it's better for content. I think it's better for the fans. It ain't fucking happening. But yeah, BSD Paddy Pimblett's going to be a banger. I think Corey Sandhagen, Mario Batista is another absolute banger. Great matchmaking. 2 guys at the top of this division. It's important for the title picture, this one. Again, it is a rematch. Corey Sandhagen has a victory over Mario Batista years ago. And yeah, I mean, this is a fucking banger. A lot of people I see picking Mario. I'm picking Corey Sandhagen. I think it's going to be a y'all must have forgot type of performance. And Juice Man says the blessed express. The best is blessed, right? That's what they say. That's the word on the goddamn street. Brandon Royval, Loney Kavanaugh is a banger. King Green and Terrence McKinney. The hood go crazy for this one, right? This is the type of shit that make the hood go crazy. King Green T-Rex is going to be a fucking banger. It's like an Unk and a YN. Can't beat that. Cody versus Yanez, underrated banger. Absolutely. Friend of the channel, Adrian Yanez. Where's that one at? Boom. Friend of the channel, Adrian Yanez, taking on a former champion in Cody Garbrandt. This is free cheese. I love Cody Garbrandt. I mean, who doesn't? Honestly, a very entertaining fighter. But Adrian Yanez, the fucking GOAT, bro. That guy shows us so much love. I love it. Love it. Shout out Adrian Yanez. Good luck to him. Yes, I'm an MMA Joey guy, but I also enjoy your content too. You and the other guy always spitting great facts and analysis. It's always nice to learn things from another perspective. Absolutely, my boy. And he'll be on here really shortly, the other guy, DS. So we're waiting on him to wipe and get his ass in here. I like both Cody and Yanez. May the best man win. Yeah, I mean, this is like, if you are a MMA fan, like, I don't think either one of these guys has ever given you a reason to not like them. They're both entertaining fighters. They're both super fucking talented, great with the hands. They're going to put on, fun style of fights. Not going to be too much grappling involved. It's going to be a banger for as long as it lasts. I think Yanez at this point is the fresher fighter. I think his chin holds up a little bit better. But Cody is fast as fuck, man. He's dangerous. Damn, they got Diaz again. Nah, Diaz is in the bathroom. I might be wrong. Are you showing up? RIP to Diaz. Where are you at? Got a lot of people coming in, but everyone told me they're going to be a couple minutes late today. Kai Kamaka, Luke Riley's a banger. I think Tracy Cortez, Wang Kong is going to be interesting as well. I can't pay the bail this time, says I might be wrong. Don't worry about it, brother. I got it. I got DS. DS is on me. It's a 10-7 thing, and I got it covered, brother. But yeah, what fight are you guys most interested in, right? I mean, if you look at the early prelims, Cody Durden, Alessandro Costa, Ryan Gandra, Zach Reese is kind of interesting. Fard Basharat facing a relatively unknown guy to the UFC audience, and John Garza. Everyone's excited about Pinas, right? Like, I think in the year of our Lord 2026, if you can't go out there and just admit that you're excited at the prospect of Pinas, then you're lying to yourself. Everyone loves Pinas. Everyone's talking about Pinas. We're excited to talk about that here in a little bit. It's about to be dope. What happened to Diaz? Diaz is in the restroom. He's in the restroom. He's texting me that he'll be here shortly. So we're waiting on Diaz. Hopefully everything's all good in there. I hope Tracy loses, please. Why do you hope that? Why do you hope that? You like Wang Kong more than Tracy? That's crazy. See, to me, that's wild. I think Kai Kamaka, Luke Riley's interesting, right? Luke Riley, I believe he is a very, very talented prospect. Stupidly fast hands. He's an exciting style of fighter. It's nice to give him a veteran like Kai Kamaka and, kind of test himself, like to get to find out what Luke Riley's made of. I think he wins that fight. I think it's easy. Pinas shots from the back are so powerful and penetrating. You know what? That is true. That is true. And here's what I was thinking, Ethan Ewing Glazer, right? So we go to that really quickly. Check it out. We've got Pinas, right? So let's do a little parleysy. Let's build one here. You got Pinas. You're going to parlay him with Wang. That's already a two-legger. If you want to go for the menage a trois, then what you do is you three-leg it. You fucking three-leg it with Raw Dog. So we've got Pinas, Wang, Raw Dog. The menage a trois parlay cannot fucking fail. Hell yeah. Tracy going to have her lashes fly away again. Well, luckily, we saw that Wang Kong gifted her some eyelashes last night at the weigh-ins, at the ceremonial weigh-ins. That was dope. Look, I think a lot of people are underrating Tracy Cortez, man. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like Tracy Cortez is this, fucking world beater, that she's spectacular and all that kind of shit. But she is a really good grappler. We know that. She's got good submission skills. She's heavy on top when she does get there. The hands are slightly improving, right? She doesn't look out of her element when she's on the feet. Now, let me click on that fight. In terms of a stand-up fight, I'd be delusional. I'd be fucking delusional to say Tracy Cortez beats Wang Kong on the feet. That's not the case. But Wang Kong's fucking biggest hole in her game is the takedown defense, is the ability to get up. We've seen her struggle with that. Tracy Cortez, a really fucking good grappler. She's training in Mexico now. She's been training at altitude. She's been training the hands down there with a bunch of Mexican boxers. And she's not stupid. She's going to be like, yo, I see that this lady fucking blows at wrestling. She's a really powerful, dangerous striker. I don't want to get knocked the fuck out on national television. I'm going to wrestle her. So I think Tracy Cortez is going to go in there with a Marab-ass mindset, just takedown, spamming takedowns. She's going to look to wrestle fuck Wang Kong, who can be wrestle fucked, right? Is Tracy good? Yes, but Tracy is just there for the beauty contest overall. This is the fight game. I love when fighters remind her. That's why. But, when have we seen Tracy Cortez, I want to say, when have we seen her get, out fucking class? There is a massive discrepancy here, right? A lot of the girls that have been able to beat Tracy's ass have been able to, nullify the wrestling game. Wang Kong is such a specialist. She's a pure stand-up fighter with no ground game. And if you want to rate Tracy Cortez's skills on, a 5-star thing, her grappling is 4 stars. Her striking is 2.5. She's facing Wang Kong, who's a 5-star striker. I'm not doing that shit. Her wrestling is ass. I'm taking her down. I'm not getting embarrassed on a counter card. And that's just what it is. Rose and Blanchfield, right? Aaron Blanchfield, a great wrestler. Thug Rose Namajunas is a world champion, right? Good jiu-jitsu skills, decent grappling. I get it. And Rose was a very technical striker herself, but she's not as dangerous as Wang Kong. This is going to be I need to take this lady the fuck down. Rose literally outclassed her, dropped her, and Blanchfield outclasses her in the grappling department. Right, so Blanchfield, I just said it, right? She's the better wrestler. So if she's better at the thing you're best at, she's going to fuck you up. Rose is a way better striker than her. And then Rose's grappling is significantly better than Wang Kong's, right? She's able to defend takedowns. We've seen Rose Namajunas with submissions. I believe she's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, if I'm not mistaken. So, it's not a one-for-one comparison. It's just a dangerous, she's not multifaceted, Wang Kong. There's just that, and it's really fucking elite. The power's crazy for women's MMA. But the grappling fucking sucks, man. And if you're a black belt, you figure it out. Speaking of black belts, shout out to Justin Janes. Congratulations to a friend of the channel, Justin Janes, over at the other 10-7 MMA. Got his black belt yesterday. Shout out to him. That's a fucking amazing achievement. And yeah, I'm just waiting for my guests, man. Where my guests at? Juice Man, thank you for being active in the goddamn chat. I'd be losing my mind if you weren't. Let's see. By the way, guys, I think this is a good time to say like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Leave a thumbs up. It would mean the world to us. You can also go ahead and follow us on Instagram at the107MMA. Just like the thing at the bottom says right there, you're going to see pictures with us and fighters and memes and all that kind of shit. We did just do a collab with Adrian Yanez this week, so go check that out. But more importantly, that's where the picks of record go, right? So we do all our content throughout the week, whether it's the quick picks video, we do the Wednesday lives, we do this pre-show every single Saturday. But ultimately, the picks of record go on Instagram, and that's where we go over 70% on the gosh darn year. My bad, bro. Just my work being bitchy. Don't worry about it. I might be wrong. You're good, brother. DS, you're logging on. Let's fucking get it, Papas. I'm excited, man. I want to hear everyone's fucking opinions on Conor McGregor. I want to hear if DS has changed his tune at all. I saw King David MMA on YouTube. He's adamant. He is absolutely adamant that Conor McGregor is going to win this fight. And he was, for what it's worth, he was right on Justin Gaethje. He was right on Sean Strickland. But my thoughts, right? My mentality with that is kind of like if you picked Sean Strickland and you picked Justin Gaethje, I think you were doing it out of, and I'm not talking specifically about him, just in general for all the creators that did that. You're doing that out of like a bias. You're doing that for the memes. You're doing that for the vibes. Like, if you genuinely think like, yo, Justin Gaethje's better at this, and Sean Strickland was better at Hamzat than this, like that's cool. But like for the most part, like we all know, like if Ilia Topuria, Justin Gaethje fought today, after we already know what the fuck happened, I think we would all pick. The majority of us would pick Ilia Topuria. Tehran Brown in the building. What up, Blood? What up, gangsta? Juice Man 562. Aside me picking Max, Conor does in fact dangerously have a chance in the first 2 rounds. Just saying, of course, right? Conor McGregor's that's always when he's been at his most dangerous. And that's my point. I don't think I'm taking anything away from Conor McGregor. I'm picking Max Holloway. I'm admitting that there is danger early in this fight. I'm admitting that the first 7-8 minutes are going to be dangerous. He's not Terrence McKinney. Conor McGregor ain't going to gas in 35 seconds. I think some of the cardio issues with Conor have been overstated throughout his career. I think a lot of the issues in general with Conor McGregor have been overstated throughout the years because he's under a fucking microscope, right? He's always been under a microscope. So when he gets out grappled by Khabib, everyone was out grappled by Khabib. But when it's Conor, it's like, that's a huge fucking deficiency because there's millions of eyeballs on him, right? You don't say that's a deficiency for Justin Gaethje. You don't say it's a deficiency for Dustin Poirier, but you say it about Conor McGregor. We see him gas against Nate Diaz that one time, and he's got cardio issues. Well, we saw him go 5 with Nate. You know what I mean? We saw him, the grappling, we saw him be able to transition on the ground with Nate and win the grappling exchanges against a high-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. So a lot of the negatives in Conor McGregor's game, and I don't know why the fuck we're on Tracy Cortez and Wayne Collins. That's driving people away. A lot of the deficiencies in Conor McGregor's game are overstated. They're overseen by the public, but it's because there's such a huge magnifying glass on him. I truly believe that those deficiencies are there, but they're overstated. I think right now, though, what we have to consider is the fact that it's been 5 fucking years outside of the cage. I don't give a fuck how good you are at a thing. And everyone has things they're good at. And, very few of us have things where we're the best in the world or amongst the best in the world. But you got to think about it from another field, right? Like, let's take Lionel Messi. They're playing soccer tonight, the World Cup, fucking good luck, whatever. Lionel Messi, if he were to stop playing soccer for 4 years, 5 years, and then step back in, like let's say this World Cup ended and he didn't play another fucking second of soccer. He was out there, he was drinking and partying, which is completely not his style, but he's doing that. And then in 4 years' time, they're like, yep, come on, Argentina needs you. Like, do you think he's going to be good? He's going to be fucking terrible at soccer, right? And it's the same with basketball. It's the same with fucking whatever. It has to be the same with fighting. Unless Conor has been putting in like an absurd amount of work, I just can't imagine he beats someone that's very high level that has been fucking doing this, man. That's the problem. What Conor needs to do is crowd Holloway, put him on the fence, and land that power left. Of course, it's always been about the left. 5 years is a long time indeed. The drug problems, the alcohol, the broken leg, the court cases, all that shit, bro. The PED use, some people are saying that's going to be a positive. Some are saying a negative. I mean, he's put on good weight, so that is a positive. Like, it's fucking weird, man. It's a weird situation. A lot of people talking about Holloway will be way taller than Conor. Not true. In the cage on Fight Night, Holloway is not going to tower over Conor like he did over Topuria Volk. Yeah, I want to say he's like 1.5 to 2 inches, which, hey, I'm just saying. 1.5 to 2 inches can be a lot of inches in certain ways, right? Let's not act like it's nothing, but yes, it's not like a huge discrepancy. Even when Diaz took a 3-year hiatus and came back for UFC 241 versus Pettis, he got tired in the 3-rounder, but still made it happen. I don't know about Conor for a 5-rounder, and it's not just the fact that it's 5 rounds. If he's going light, he can go 5, right? Like anyone can fucking do that, if they have some cardio and they've done it. Max Holloway is a pressure guy. Max Holloway is a volume guy. Max Holloway does his best work later in fights when he's been pushing the pace and people just slow down that little bit. So what the fuck is Conor gonna do, man? Like, I don't know. I just don't understand why, besides the vibes or besides like, yo, Conor's gonna fucking land that shot that people are picking up. Some people are saying Conor by decision. How? How's he gonna be better over the course of 25? Finish, fine. I'll grant you that. Fucking decision is crazy to me. I don't think Conor has the mentality to work as hard as he needs to come back the same anymore. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you made hundreds of fucking millions of dollars, right? 2-3 inches is huge, and that's what I'm saying, Ethan Ewing Glazer, right? Some people want to talk about 2-3 inches like it's fucking nothing. Like we could just forget about it. It ain't shit. 2-3 inches or whatever, bro. 2-3 inches is a lot, and I've been trying to tell people, like, sometimes that's all you got, and you got to thank God for those 2-3 inches. It's a lot. Don't let anyone fucking tell you otherwise. Fuck that. True, but Conor will be the longer fighter, and we don't know that, Teron Brown, right? Because again, we're talking about 2-3 inches. I'm playing with you. True, but Conor will be the longer fighter of the two because of the longer reach he has over Max. Sure, but I don't know. Max fights long. Conor, I guess Conor does too. Conor doesn't fight long. He fights out of range and springs in. Max is a longer type of fighter, and I can't wait till our friend gets here, the professional fighter, and we could talk about that with him. 170, bro, he's going to be a bigger and stronger than Holloway. Powerful too, yeah, but like Holloway's the same fucking weight, you know? It's not about the size of the sword. It's about whoever's using it. And you know what? That word, you know, from your mouth to God's ears, Ethan Ewing Glazer, I fucking love that. That's why you're here, bro. You be pitching some crazy fucking insight. You're right. You're right. And I hope my girl's watching this, and I hope she makes note of that shit, because fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Shout out Ethan Ewing Glazer. Yeah, guys, I don't know, man. I'm trying to convince myself. Like, Teron, I see you're pushing for it, right? Give me your pick, Teron Brown, in the chat. Why? Give me your pick and why you think that, you know, whoever's going to win is going to win. Someone convince me. And when Diaz gets here, he can do the same fucking shit. Convince me of why this guy is going to win the fight. And here he is. Speaking of which, my friend Diaz, how's it going, baby?
What's up, man?
Hey, Diaz. I was just asking the chat while you were, you know, like getting set up right now. Someone convinced me. I'm waiting to be convinced. Why the fuck does Conor McGregor win this fight? Like, and don't just like, oh, because it'd be cool. Like, I need some analysis here. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Look, bro, I do not have like some super high level analysis here. You know, I was obviously listening to what you were saying, and I mean, yeah, I kind of agree with you. Like, I think a lot of it is like picking based off that nostalgia, picking based off the vibes. If we sit there and if you're doing like a blind test, right, and you don't know shit about the UFC, you don't know shit about either guy, and somebody's like, okay, here, this guy has done this in these last few years. Max Holloway has knocked out the current champion cold in an unbelievable performance. Even before he knocked him out, he was fucking him up, man. Like, we've never seen Justin Gaethje done like that, you know, at least in recent times. Like that.
Who called that, by the way? Who specifically called round 5 knockout?
You Max called that, and I just want to say, like, the fucking clip that you have on our Instagram of that knockout, like, is like the song with the time perfect, like perfect peak.
Oh, yeah.
And then you compare it to like Conor, and it's like, oh yeah, he's been on like a fucking 4-year bender at this point, right? And like doing all the shit that he's doing. The last time that he did fight 5 fucking years ago, and it's not like he was 22, right? And he's 27 now. He's fucking, you know, getting up there, and it hurts to say that because like we're like the same fucking age, damn near. But yeah, man, look, I will say though, like there are certain things that don't go away, right? We always say like the power is still going to be there. I think for sure he's got more power than Max Holloway. I don't think, do you disagree with that?
No, one-shot power guaranteed.
Guaranteed. I also think that his movement is unorthodox enough. And also, like, bro, I feel like Max, it's like, I said this the other day, I don't think it's that difficult like to get into his head. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he's a guy who can be affected by the mental side of things. So, I don't know. The fact that it's a rematch, I think works against Max, like having already lost to this guy. But everything on paper says that he should win, right?
Yeah.
I don't think, I don't know, man. I like genuinely high level analysis. I don't have it. I don't know how this fight's going to play out. Logic should say that Max is going to land more shots, that he's going to end up just doing more cumulative damage. Conor, I feel like, is going to have a moment. I feel like there will almost certainly be a moment where Conor lands a shot and we're like, oh shit, you know what I mean? I think we see that happen, man. So,
and that's why you're picking Conor McGregor for that one moment.
I'm not, bro. I'm picking him for the vibes. I'm picking him for the vibes. Okay, I'm outing myself. I wanted to talk about this the other day, and if it's okay, I'd like to get into it. Let's go through the possible scenarios here, if you don't mind, of like what is next for Conor based on what happens. You okay with that?
Yeah, but by the way, hello, I might be wrong. My friend Chunda.
What's up, fellas?
What's up? What's up, Chunda? Look, I just want to talk about, like, okay, obviously, let's say Conor fucking knocks Max out cold. Championship is coming up. If not next fight, like, I think next fight. I think Gaethje Conor is next.
Probably.
Okay, yeah, I agree. Let's say it's a fucking war, okay? And a war could be a few different things, right? It could be a decision, which me and you both don't see happening either way. But let's say it's a war, and even if Conor does get finished TKO, but he has some huge moments, or let's say it's a war, but he ends up getting the finish late, or it's a war and it's a decision. What do you think happens? I think if Conor wins, championship title is next in any capacity. Yeah. If he loses and it's like he puts up a relatively good performance, what do you think happens? You think he's done?
No, he has one more fight on his UFC contract. I honestly, as shitty and negative, as the outlook as this may be, I think that's best case for Conor McGregor, right? Because I think he loses this fight. I'm being honest with you. So I think best case is he loses. He doesn't look bad. He looks great. Maybe it's not a finish, or if it's a finish, it's kind of a weak one. But Conor showed tons of moments where he had Max hurt and shit like that.
Bring out the red panties.
Hey, I think that's best case scenario. You book him against the big name next, right? That's when you could that's when you could bring in a Nate Diaz and have that trilogy if the UFC wants to let him potentially walk on a W, or Jorge Masvidal, or like a name like that where it's a very winnable fight after.
So you think it's a gimmicky fight essentially if he loses?
Unless they're just like, go fuck yourself. We don't want you leaving here with any credibility. So Netflix is not interested in you. So we have the ability to beat anyone's offer, and they're like, here, have Shavkat in his return fight, or like have Sean.
Nah, bro. They would never fucking do that. They would never fucking do that. That's not gonna happen, bro. Like, I could still see it being Chandler Conor if he loses.
Yeah, why not? Chunda?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, I agree. Chandler versus Conor makes no sense.
Both on
losses.
Yeah. What if he gets absolutely demolished, like gets fucking dominated? You think then I could see a Nate Diaz fight becoming even more of a potential reality. But even then, I would say, okay, of all the outcomes, and I want you guys to answer this too. I would say of all the outcomes, I'll take them all combined. I think the most likely next fight for Conor, assuming he doesn't just hang it up, is going to be Michael Chandler.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I could see it. I'm still leaning towards Nate.
I would much rather see the Nate fight.
Yeah.
I guess, you know what? I take that back. Depending on how this goes, if Conor gets fucking completely outclassed, yeah, I would rather see the Nate fight. But Michael Chandler is just fucking dumb enough where Conor is, even if he gets fucked up in this fight, he could still win it.
Yeah. Fair. Quick to the chat. I want to catch up, not let these guys think we're forgetting them. Ethan Ewing Glazer. If Conor fights the same long rangey counter heavy style he used to, he could pull it off because Max Holloway has ridiculously short arms. Got the
That's exactly what that's one thing we didn't talk about on the other day on the breakdown. Thank you, Ethan Ewing Glazer. That's exactly what I want to say too, bro. Conor has like long ass arms, and Max has some like T-Rex arms. So
yeah, but Max also does fight long.
He does fight long. No, did he? But Conor's so unorthodox, bro. And like also like I feel like one of Max's weaknesses is the counter left. And Conor has still to this day, I would say, I mean, we haven't seen it in a while, but like that's not a thing that goes away. That counter left is legit.
And this is spoken from someone who has a mean ass counter left, DS. Shout out DS and that counter left, baby.
Type shit.
I got Conor. He's gonna find a KO every time he hits Max. Max will get stunned. Let's see. Max head gonna snap back every time that Conor hits.
Period.
Juice Man says this night.
What do the kids say nowadays, or the ladies? Clock it.
Yeah, clock it. I fuck with that. Tyler Betts in the goddamn chat. Shout out Tyler Betts. Ethan Ewing Glazer. This card has potential to be the best card of the year. To be fair, stacked with entertaining fighters. It's International Fight Week, man. Every International Fight Week's a fucking banger. We've been to a couple, 2 3-at-ease, me and you, DS.
Yeah. I mean, Yeah, very fond memories of an International Fight Week. The one, like, obviously, the Connor one, as soon as he snapped, we heard him snap his leg and we immediately got up. Like, we heard the snap of his leg and we're like, all right, let's go.
Get the fuck out of
You
here.
know the SpongeBob meme where he's like getting up from like the seat, like where he's like,
you know what?
That was literally, huh?
My visual, right, of that, it was weird because I didn't know he broke his leg. I was like,
Oh, I knew it. I knew instantly. I was like, oh, that snap doesn't just happen. Like,
my view, see, I didn't see the foot. My view was behind, it was directly behind Conor McGregor. Like, I'm looking at him from his back. Poirier's in front of him. I see them like do the exchange, and Conor's left like whizzed by Poirier's face, missed by like what looked like an inch from my angle. And I was like, holy fuck, like these guys are throwing down. I thought Conor was winning the round. Then he like goes down. I assumed he stumbled. I assumed he just like stumbled back, not off a hit, like he tripped or something. And then I was like, man, Herb Dean just like, don't fucking end it. There's a few seconds left to swarm. And then like the round ends. And then I see Herb Dean do this. And I was like, what the fuck? And I look and then I see Conor's leg just fucking dangle. I was like, yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. I'm done with this shit.
But Juice Man's a great name. Remember, OJ the Juice Man. Hey, make the trap. Hey.
Hey, shout out OJ the Juice Man. One more fight left on his contract. Oh, definitely if he wins, automatic shot to the title. They want to squeeze every penny out of him. Yeah, absolutely.
That's exactly what I'm saying, bro. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, this isn't like a fucking regular ass guy. Like, okay, we always talk about like in this kind of instance, like, oh, the Montreal Screwjob thing, like the WWE thing, which there are parallels, right? Where it's like you cannot leave on top, you cannot leave with the belt, you cannot take it home with you. Like, bro, this is a money fucking business. Conor McGregor is as big money as it gets. Like, they're gonna squeeze as much juice out of this motherfucker as they can.
It is. I love it. I love Max Holloway, one of my favorite fighters, but I gotta go with the Mystic Mac on this one. No Bromo MMA in the chat. Shout out No Bromo. If y'all ain't subscribed to No Bromo, go for
Period. It. I heard he's like, we got Femboy No Bromo, hopefully, inshallah, coming in June next year.
Hey, I'm saying, I don't even know if he knows about that. No Bromo with the, hey, you know, to each their own.
Why is he big timing us, bro? Why doesn't he hop on? Why is he big timing us right now?
He's got work. He's working now on Saturdays.
Oh, I bet he does. I bet he does.
Brutal thing to do if you're an MMA content creator, Bromo. Figure it the fuck out. Right. And then Juice Man hits the OJ the Juke, man. That's a throwback.
Right.
That shows our fucking age.
Half a brick. Oh, brick.
Hey, does another loss hurt Holloway? Of course it does. Money making Mitch in the goddamn chat. Conor lost to short notice Nate in his prime. If post-Floyd Conor beats fully prepared Max, I'll be shocked. I'm saying.
But that was also a Nate Diaz that was just past his prime, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Femboy Brimo, I guess, is what No Bromo was saying. Look, okay. So, Diaz, I got your thoughts. Everyone knows my fucking thoughts on this. Femboy Bromo. You got to talk to Vex. Ask Vex about it, Bromo. He'll tell you. Chunda, I might be wrong. Give me your main event breakdown. Like, just full thoughts on what the fuck this fight is and what kind of Conor McGregor are we even going to see tonight?
I have no fucking clue. Honestly, zero clue.
No,
because he looks.
Nobody can know, bro. Thank you for saying that.
He looks like he's locked in, but can I trust that? Can I trust that he's locked in? And also the age. He's the fucker's near 39, isn't he? Like 38 right now.
Type shit, yeah.
Around that age. His style is to say loose, stay quick.
He's turning 38 in like 3 days.
Oh.
God damn.
He's just about 38. His style is fast.
I love that. Sorry.
38. But fast reflexes, like quick reaction times. When you get older, you start to lose that. Like around 40, you start to lose that really quick, snappy reaction time. Still there, kind of, but at the highest level, it's not. So probably we can't trust him to do like a counter shot like he done to Aldo. But I will trust the power of Conor. I think he can hurt Max a lot, especially at welterweight. Because one thing I want to point out is that in every single one of Max's recent fights, besides the Charles Oliveira one, but that was mainly a grappling fight, he got either hurt badly or knocked down. Something he never used to like get.
Do you think really quickly? I love that point. I want to follow up on it. We saw him get knocked out by Ilia Topuria. We saw him get dropped by Dustin Poirier. We saw him like flash dropped by Justin Gaethje, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how much of that do you attribute to Max Holloway's chin starting to deteriorate. We know the whole thing. He's landed the most shots. He's also been landed on the most in UFC history. Max Holloway, known for having a granite chin, was never knocked out until Ilia Topuria. Do we think his chin is starting to go, or do you think it's just like, look at the fucking guys that are cracking him? We know what Justin Gaethje can do. Dustin Poirier is an all-timer, and Ilia Topuria, pound for pound, might be the hardest hitter we've ever seen in the sport.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of both. I think his chin, like, you can only take so many hits before the chin starts to go. And the people that don't believe that, it's like, you know, Beneil Dariush is right fucking there. Like, his chin is non-existent at this point.
Yeah.
And the move up to 155, while it does benefit him in his own attributes, everyone up there hits harder than featherweight. But
You're talking about Ilia?
Yeah, but like moving up to lightweight, facing guys like Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, you know, it's every one of them. Even Charles Oliveira hits fucking really hard.
Fucking Max. We saw Max hit a lot harder at 55 than he did at 45.
Everyone there hits like a truck. And
bro, Gaethje, who hits harder than anybody pound for pound, probably in the history of the UFC, potentially. Like damage per strike, like it might not be close, bro. He said that Oliveira hits fucking hard.
Yeah.
But I believe Conor is up there in terms of just power. Not like number one, but like in the top 5, I reckon. But now he's at welterweight where he can pack on more muscle, probably have a bit more power than he used to. And it's a weight Max Holloway never fought at. I don't know if he fought like the amateurs or not. I'm just assuming he hasn't fought a welterweight. But Max Holloway.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It might be like some amateur fight he done where it's like some stupid like that. But McGregor has the advantage in terms of circumstances, but like the activity goes to Holloway. I can't trust Conor to land that shot, even though Max is hittable at times.
But see, there's the argument, right? And this is what a lot of people that are picking Conor are saying. If you're making the argument that, like, well, Conor's been inactive, right? Like, we throw in all the shit, the alcohol, the drug use, the injury, the time off, the fucking legal, like, you know, the court case, the throwing the lady off the fucking boat, making out with the fat chicks, fucking a bitch in the bathroom at the NBA.
Okay, honestly, dream life, though.
I'm saying, right? Doesn't sound like too bad of a life. But hear me out, like all of that, and you're like, okay, well, ring rust, right? You might throw that in, and then they'll counter argue with like, well, Max has been damaged in these last 5 years. Conor has been resting. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, you know, where do you make that difference? Like,
nah, bro.
You know, honestly,
that's wild.
I don't know, because I think there's a level between activity and like too much activity, and then too little activity. I believe if Conor was fighting once a year the past 5 years, he'd be grand. He'd be okay. Like, there would be no talk of ring rust. But the fact that he hasn't fought in, like, how long is it? 4 years?
5
years.
5 2 days ago.
I question, like, look what happened to Nikita Krylov when he came back off a 2-year layoff against Dominic Reyes, who was on the decline.
Caught his ass. Slept him.
But Nikita Krylov's not fucking Conor McGregor, right? Like,
yeah, but he looked better than like before the layoff than he did when he came back.
I mean, of course, and of course, Conor's not gonna be his old self. But Max isn't like his old self either. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sitting here trying to argue that Conor's gonna win this fight, bro. Like, logic says he's not gonna win this fight. I'm just saying, like, it's not out of the question.
I got one for you guys. Sort of similar, right? A lot less sexual assaults and stuff. But Amanda Nunes hasn't been in the cage forever. She's rumored to be fighting Kayla Harrison. We know that, right? Kayla Harrison's going to be coming off an injury. Like, what do you expect to see from Amanda Nunes?
I think it's going to be a split decision. I think there's going to be some rounds where she hurts Kayla. I think there's going to be some rounds where Kayla gets her down and she can't get up.
DS?
Bro, I don't really rate Kayla Harrison all that highly. I really don't. Like, I don't think she's that aggressive. I don't like. She's great on the ground. Her striking is not great. Like,
so hypothetically, what would you pick in that fight?
I'm picking Amanda.
Okay, and that was gonna kind of be where my head was at, because Amanda Nunes, look, for as much as Conor McGregor's done for the sport, and you have to respect him for all that, she's better than him. Like, she is the best woman of all time in MMA.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But I just want to say too, like. And I'm not, and don't take this the wrong, it's going to sound fucked up, but that's more a tallest midget in the room situation, right? Where it's like, it's women's MMA.
Sure. But
Yeah.
the point still stands. Like, she's the GOAT of women's MMA. And like, I feel like a lot of people are just going to be picking Kayla Harrison because they're like, well, she's been out for so long. Like, she is better than Conor McGregor in scale.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know.
In terms of legacy, yeah. Because she
Hey,
got the double champ status and defended it a bunch of times. There's no question.
How do you feel about this, Chunda? Coming at you, never hold hands with the
Is that a Diddy?
profile.
Is that a Diddy avatar?
That is Diddy. Look, it's Gable Steveson fight week. It's Conor fight week. I think it's appropriate. Split decision is such a weird prediction to make. No hate is just so specific. How do you feel about that, Chunda?
Honestly, I haven't thought about the fight until like 2 minutes ago. I thought the fight wasn't even going to happen because Kayla Harrison had a broken neck.
Broken freaking.
He had a broken freaking neck.
Kurt Angle Maxim.
Shout out Kurt. Did Marab beat Henry Cejudo? Does anyone know?
Yeah, he beat him. He was on track to lose, and then in the final round, he rallied and got a tech fall.
Damn. Well, shout out Marab. Money making Mitch. Hate to say it, but the Floyd fight changed Conor's hunger, fight stance, and training. Hasn't done touch butt in the park since then, Diaz. Seems like
I cannot disagree with a single point in that statement. Like,
yeah, it's the truth. Like, those questions, right? And I said this in the quick picks. When it comes to what's it called? I'm sorry, I just got fucking sidetracked. I got a text message here. But when it comes to this fight specifically with Conor McGregor and Max Holloway, like, I think the question marks around Conor still hold true, but they've been compounded on in the time since we've last seen him, right? It's been cardio issues that we question. It's grappling issues that we question. It's the heart. It's the desire. It's, having all this fucking money. Does he need to fight? So, like, Money Making Mitch is saying, like, all of those things still hold true, and it's fucking 5 years down the line. Is he, like, any poorer? You know what I mean? Like, Conor probably made so much money over the course of this last 5 years. Like, I just don't see, like, where the hunger's at. He had a great press conference. He looks the part. He's talking the part a little bit, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, but at the same, he also isn't, like, fully selling, like, the confidence. I don't think he's, like, as confident. Like, I'm not buying it as much as I used to, right? Even though I did really appreciate the press conference.
Sure. Shout out, never hold hands with the Diddy pick. Touch butt in the park made Mystic Mac. And that's true. A touch butt is a thing that we should all be striving to do way more often in the park these days. We're going to get back to this fight where I'm sure we're going to talk about it a lot. I love this co-main event, guys. Benoit Saint Denis, Paddy the Baddy. I think for a couple of reasons, right? I think number one, it's phenomenal matchmaking. The matchmaking just makes sense. It's two guys that the UFC has been pushing to the top of the division. They both kind of failed in their massive opportunities. And now it's kind of like, yo, which one of you guys is going to be on the short list for this next title shot or whatever the fuck the case is? Two dangerous guys, two very good fighters that have, like, crazy weaknesses, but they're entertaining as fuck. BSD, Paddy the Baddy, Diaz, give me your thoughts on just this fight in general, like the stakes, what it means, the matchmaking, and give me your prediction.
Man, I love the matchmaking. I'm a big fan of both these guys, right? This is, for me, one of the tougher fights. Like, obviously, the Conor Max thing, like, it's kind of an outlier, right? And, like, there's emotion and hope and whatever. This, like, from a purely technical and just, like, legitimate fan of the sport standpoint, what a great fight this is, honestly. I think both these guys are absolutely legit. I'm very curious to see how it plays out, right? Because I think it's going to be absolute chaos. I think it's a very low probability that this fight is boring, right? Because there are some fights on here where it's like they could be sick, they could be fucking boring. Paddy's live anytime that fights get into a scramble, right? He's fucking hittable though, man. Like, he's still very, very hittable. I also do expect BSD to win, like, the first few wrestling exchanges here. My concern is that cardio could be, like, a deciding factor late. And we've seen Paddy fade for sure. And we've seen BSD put on some legit pressure, but we've also seen him absolutely clipped when he's putting on legit pressure. And Paddy, while striking isn't, like, technically something crazy, he's got some power, man. And BSD's chin, there are still some questions about it. So
real quick, yes, when it comes to cardio, I'm sorry, real quickly, just throw this in there. Yeah, we've seen Paddy fade, but we did see him just go 5 with Gaethje. Yeah, he wasn't, like, super fucking fresh.
And he did look pretty there. He had some moments late in that fight too.
Right. And then you talk about the cardio. What about, you're talking about Stinky Boy over here, Mr. fucking staph infection himself. Can't take a fucking bath, can't clean the mats. My boy got gassed.
He's just French, bro. He's just French.
And now he's literally got, like, a hole the size of an asshole on his ankle. Like, this dirty ass motherfucker's cardio is not holding up today.
Look, I don't know that's going to be a true statement. We'll see. I'm still taking Benoit Saint-Denis on the money line here. I think that he's going to end up winning this fight. It's not a crazy high confidence pick for me by any means.
Even with the booty hole.
What?
Even with the booty hole on his ankle.
Even with the booty hole on his ankle. I just look again, not high confidence here. I am very, very excited to watch this fight. And I could see it play out any fucking way. I could see either guy getting a sub. I could see either guy getting a knockout. I could see like a wild decision that just like is like a hard fought ass one, like in the later rounds here. I think this is potentially. By the way, what are the odds at? Is Patty still an underdog?
I'm pulling up the odds right now for you.
If you don't mind, yeah. I'm still gonna go BSD by decision, man. But if Patty is still an underdog here, I think
Patty plus 124.
Okay, pretty much the same. I think a live bet on Patty after the first round, assuming BSD does get some takedowns and just come out like a bat out of hell in the first round, which I expect them to. I think a live bet on Patty after that is not a bad bet at all. But I'm still taking BSD.
Love it. Really quickly, Juice Man, are you guys going to be live during the fights? No. We are not going to be live during the fights. We don't do live fight companions. We might start in the near future if we get up to, that 5K range. So if y'all want us to do that, fucking like and subscribe. It would mean the world to us. Also, definitely subscribe to my boy, I Might Be Wrong, over here. If you're watching on the regular, all the way at the bottom. If you're watching on the fucking vertical shit, yeah, go check him out. We'll do fight companions at some point in the near future. Really quickly, I like this comment too. I know for a fact that BSD smells like onions and shit. I might be wrong. What do you make of that?
Honestly, I keep seeing the pictures of the staph infection. Like, there must be something at the gym. Like it can't be that bad. Like,
it's like soap is not that expensive. Like we know for a fact he's making at least $40K to show.
Kamaru Usman made a post the other day. Wash your fucking mats, okay?
I'm saying
wash the mats.
Is like you can go to the dollar store and get a bar of Irish Spring.
Yeah.
So I don't.
That's all Chundle uses, actually.
Do you use Irish Spring? I might be wrong.
No, it's racist. I'm just kidding.
I love it. All right, break this down. We don't want to be racist or offensive.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll let you off this time.
You're Irish. It's like you can say the words, right? Like you can the M word.
Yeah, like ginger.
No, you know the M
ginger.
Word? The letter M.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can say it. I can't.
I'm
I don't
just
know what you're talking about, but
anyway, I'm gonna break down this fight now. Let's race talk. But I can't believe I get to say this, but I'm gonna be picking friend of the channel and subscriber Paddy Pimblett to win this fight. I feel like BSD is gonna win round 1, and then that staff is gonna attack the lungs immediately. And I think Paddy Pimblett is going to break him down with knees to the body, leg kicks, and force BSD to shoot a dodgy takedown and end up in a guillotine or triangle. That's the way I see this fight going. The danger in this fight is the clinch. That's the danger. So I want to, Paddy, keep this rangy, keep this long, pause. Just batter the calf and body for the first round. And then hop on a choke, something, get BJJ going in the second and third.
Here's how I see it. Look, by the way, shout out CP Smalls, shout out Chase. Y'all should go follow him. Puts out some great content, constantly live, him and Yama Show. Here's how I see it, right? I mentioned it a couple times. I think there are massive weaknesses in both of these guys' game. I think it's very clear that there are things that they are really good at, but there are obviously things they are terrible at. Mainly, when it comes to Benoit Saint-Denis, he is all fucking pressure. He's all gas. He's such an entertaining fighter, man. He's going to be pushing the fucking pace. But we saw when he gets to the bottom, when he's on the bottom, he got absolutely fucking destroyed. Destroyed by Renato Moicano. If Paddy Pimblett gets his big weight bully ass on top of Benoit Saint-Denis' dirty French ass, and he's not offended by the smell, and he's able to fucking stay there, he's going to dominate this guy. He's gonna beat the fucking brakes off him.
Bro, you guys are kind of, I'm not gonna lie, you guys are kind of making me sway the other way.
And we already submitted our picks. So the official 10-7 pick, unfortunately, is Mr. Stinky Boy over here, Benoit Saint-Denis. But
it is. I told you to go with your picks.
Whatever. It is what it is. But I do think Paddy I think he's better than him, man. I know Benoit has better wins. I know
You know what? I'm changing my pick officially. You've convinced me.
Okay.
I'm going Patty as well. I mean, I love me some Benoit Saint Denis though. I really do.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared. For this fight, I'm scared.
Oh, it's 50-50. Like, we're just sitting here, like, trying to sway each other on something we don't fucking know about. But either way, man, it should be for two guys that I dislike. And I know he's your friend now, Chunda. I know Patty Pimblett's a subscriber of yours. That's cool, but, like, not my fucking cup of tea. By the way, he's hating on England, which is crazy. England's about to play Norway in the World Cup right now, and he's like, he thinks Norway's going to beat them. That's wild.
Ethan, Haaland, like, let's go. I can't wait to watch that shit.
Shout out Erling Haaland. This fight is great for matchmaking because there are so many options. If Patty wins, you have Patty versus Ilia Topturo. If BSD wins, you can have him fight Charles
Topturo.
I love both of those matchups. Never Hold Hands is asking about this next fight. Is Sandhagen versus Batista the highest boring potential for the main card? On paper, I know anything can happen. We're about to talk about it in a second. Patty was the dog, but I'm thinking he gets it done. Staff BSD crumbles hard, passed through the second round historically. You trying to slur the Irish is going to be bad, my man. I love
that. This one fucking got me, dude.
BSD will play right into Patty's game by emptying the tank and following him to the ground. Patty got the cleaner jiu-jitsu and is more durable. And he's just cleaner as a human being. I assume he showers more often. He probably smells less terrible. Benoit Saint Denis for sure fucking. I like the onions and shit comment.
You don't think he's you don't think he's spraying a little jupe on though or something like that? BSD?
Like, you know when someone is just disgusting and they smell fucking terrible and they try to mask it with cologne? That's BSD. My boy's out there eating escargot and shit. Like, stop it, man. Onions and shit is my favorite comment of the fucking year so far. We move on to the next fight of the night. The aforementioned, potentially boring, Corey Sandhagen versus Mario Bautista. Two guys that were obviously on fucking fire. Both of their runs got stopped by Umar Nurmagomedov. Corey Sandhagen was able to rebuild, get a title fight versus Merab. That didn't go his way. Here we are. I think this is a phenomenal matchup. Yes, it can be boring depending on... We've seen Corey Sandhagen be boring at times lately. We've seen Mario Bautista definitely be boring lately, right? But at the end of the day, I think Corey Sandhagen is still a very entertaining fighter. He just needs to go back to his old self. DS, how do you see this fight playing out? Is it going to be boring? Give me your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, on the main card, it certainly does have probably the highest potential to be a very boring fight. And God, Corey Sandhagen, man, I'm a fan. Fucking pisses me off sometimes, right? Like the way, like sometimes he comes out and it's just like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like sometimes he's got super flashy striking and like he's just great everywhere. And then like he just apprehensive. He's lower output. He's like, trying to do like the Peter Yan thing where he's like trying to download info. I don't know. Maybe this is more of a hunch pick. I feel like we're going to see a more vintage Sandhagen performance here. Obviously, Bautista, like, he's kind of boring himself. He's got great chain wrestling. He's very physical. He's going to put on the pace. But I think Corey Sandhagen, it's nothing that he hasn't seen before. Obviously, he's fought Merab. I think this has a wide range of outcomes. I think it could be fight of the night. I think it could be the most boring fight on the main card. I simply think that Sandhagen is still the better striker here. Bautista probably has the wrestling edge, but I like the length of Sandhagen. I think he's still dangerous with the jiu-jitsu on the ground too.
Crazy.
What's that?
Crazy pause. You like the length of Sandhagen? Yo.
I think whoever controls the range here is going to win, and I think it's going to be Sandhagen. I think we see a vintage Sandhagen performance here. Yeah, Bautista's still really good. I got to go with Sandhagen.
Yeah, so I might be wrong. DS loves the length of Corey Sandhagen. What do you think about it?
Honestly, I think there's a big pause on that, but honestly, this fight is confusing to me because I think the favor should be Mario because everyone I'm seeing like online everyone's picking Mario. I don't get it, to be honest, because in the first fight, it wasn't like Corey fluked him. He fully submitted him within 3 minutes. Completely outclassed him. And like people are picking Mario now because he outstruck Patchy Mix. He out-cardioed Vinicius Oliveira, who went on to have a very sus performance against Andre Feely.
All 40 seconds of his fucking cardio.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, and what was the other win he got? Jose Aldo? Was that his last one of his 3 wins, or was there another one I missed? I know there was the Umar fight,
but that was one of them. Yeah, I mean, look, he was on an 8-fight win streak before Umar.
Yeah,
I'm pulling it up.
I don't know. It's unconvincing to me. Like, you hurt Umar.
Patchy Aldo, a decision against Ricky Simone, Damon Blackshear decision, Guido Canetti, RNC, and then it's just like trash. It's Benito Lopez, Brian Boom Kelleher, way out of his prime, Jay Perrin. Like, before those guys, it's low level guys that he's better than.
Yeah. I just don't buy it. If it, like, I'm gonna go Corey Sandhagen by late finish or 29-28, but clear, unanimous 29-28.
Yeah.
I don't really buy the improvements people are making out. Like, he outstruck Patchy Mix, but Patchy Mix went on to get knocked out by a teenage Japanese guy.
Facts. And I'll say this, man. I kind of fall in between what you guys are saying. Pause, no Diddy. But I think more improvements have been made by Mario Batista than have been by Corey Sandhagen since the time we last saw them fight, which has been a long fucking time. So that's saying something. I think Mario Batista has like firmly, imposed himself towards the top of this division. He belongs here. He is a very well-rounded, good fighter. I love what Chase is saying here in this comment, saying almost chinned Umar too while Corey sat in his lap for 25 minutes. That is like fucking massive. Because, yes, Mario Batista, while he did lose that fight, for all 15 minutes, he was trying. He was fucking putting everything on the line, trying to find a finish against Umar Nurmagomedov. Corey Sandhagen fucking no-showed that fight. Just absolutely the worst performance of his fucking career. So that, if you compare those two, I get why people are picking Mario Batista. I just think that with Corey Sandhagen, there are moments that are slightly too big for him, right? We've seen it with Peter Yan. We saw it potentially with TJ Dillashaw. We saw it with Merab. We saw it with Aljo. We saw it with Umar. Like, when he gets to that peak moment, he tends to freeze up. But when he's facing the guys a little lower on where his confidence is there, he's fucking people up, man. And Mario Batista is a guy he already submitted in one round. So he's going to go into this with massive confidence. He's going to go into this with a perspective of, like, my career is on the fucking line. If I ever want another title shot, I can no longer lose again. One more loss for Corey Sandhagen, and he's never sniffing the fucking belt again. So that plays into it for me. I do want to touch on this comment really quick. I think the former fat gym bros like Roundtree are probably the most hygienic fighters. I can't justify this take, but I'll stand by it. I'll tell you, as a fat guy myself, you can't be fat and fucking disgusting. You got to be clean. You got to smell good. So, like, yeah, agreed. I am going with fucking Corey Sandhagen. I think it is going to be a vintage performance. I think we might get a finish of Mario Batista. If not, it's going to be a 15-round war where Sandhagen will go back to that unique, unorthodox striking style. He may try to mix in the grappling because finding a submission was so easy for him last time. So, I don't know. That's what I'm going with. What he say fuck me for? Says Never Hold Hands. Haven't seen vintage Sandhagen since the Yadong fight. Super Mario beat Sandman in a boring way. We'll see, man. We shall see. I don't have enough faith in Corey to come out and fight like how he used to. And if he fights the boring, hesitant, staring contest style he has done recently, he's going to get volumed and lose.
By the way, I do fully agree with that. Like, if that is what happens, that's exactly what's going to happen. Like, he's going to get out volumed and lose. And that's when the most boring fight on the main card scenario happens too. So, like, I wouldn't bet on this. I'll tell you this right now. I would not bet this fight because of this Corey Sandhagen factor. Like, what kind of mentality is he going to come out with? Because, yeah, I mean, somebody else said it. We haven't seen vintage him in a while. And, I mean, I agree with that. I just have a feeling that, kind of like what you said, like, this is the kind of opponent where he will come out and be more of a vintage version of himself and actually try to do some damage here.
Yep. And then, like Never Hold Hands is saying here, look, it's going to be interesting. They're very high caliber fighters. So the adjustments and the changes, it's going to be fucking amazing. I do see a path where this can be boring, but I just think as an MMA fan, it'll be an interesting one to watch. Teron Brown is going with Mario. And OJ the Juve, man, he just out here, DS, with the shades on, looking cool as fuck. Can you throw your shades on real quick? There you go.
Just for the juice, man.
There we go. I fuck with it. Yeah, I think high potential of being a great fight, some potential of being boring. The next fight, no fucking chance in hell. No chance in hell is this boring. We've got Raw Dog, Brandon Royval taking on the fucking surging Loney Kavanaugh, who, by the way, if MMA lore and UFC lore and plot armor hold true, Loney Kavanaugh is the next champion of the world because he was knocked the fuck out by Charles Johnson, friend of the fucking channel. And if you get knocked out by Charles Johnson, a la Joshua Van, probably go for the title. DS, give me your breakdown on this fight.
Look, I'm taking Loney Kavanaugh, man. I am. I know MMA math doesn't always math, right? But the fact that like he just put on a clinical performance against my boy Brandon Moreno, I still think Moreno's better than Royval, and I know it's close. I'm not saying it's like a crazy margin or anything. But I don't know, man. Royval, like, he's getting older at these lower weight classes. The age does matter. Yes, experience is a big thing here. And, like, this seems like, oh, like, fraud check kind of situation. But Loney Kavanaugh is so fucking composed, man. Like, his level of composure and his ability to keep his head in the fight with the footwork that he has, which is some of the best in the division, in my opinion. The timing is unbelievable. Like the composure, he's such a clean technical striker. Royval is going to want to make this wild, right? Like he's the wild scrambler. He's the guy that's got dangerous submissions. He's got constant pressure. He's not going to stop attacking. I just think that eventually that's like he's going to wear out doing that, right? And Loney Kavanaugh, with how composed he is, I don't think he's going to get rattled by all that, man. I think he's super legit. I think keys for him are to stay patient here. Do not get dragged into those scrambles by Royval and just use that movement, right? Use that movement to stay out of the shots. Use that move. Just win with movement, essentially, right? Yes, it's a big step up and not compared to Moreno, but like he belongs here, man. He belongs here. He's the cleaner fighter. I think he's going to get this done by decision.
I might be wrong.
Honestly, to say like there's zero chance of this fight being boring, I kind of disagree with that because Loney Kavanaugh has really good wrestling, and if he does get into trouble on the feet, he absolutely could clinch against the fence because we saw it in I believe it's the Jose Ochoa fight or the Felipe Dos Santos fight, where he just took him down and it was just, he stood in guard doing pitter-patter ground and pound for the majority of the fight. So to say there's absolutely no chance of this fight being boring, I wouldn't go with that, but I'd say like there's 75% chance of this fight being entertaining. That being said,
you got to factor in like Royval's scrambly as fuck. You know,
Yeah.
that's why I'm saying that. Like, I just don't know that you're able to hold him down for that long. But I get what you're saying.
Royval, I don't know. I don't like Royval doesn't really have boring fights, man. Like, I don't think he's going to be conservative. Like, unless you think Royval is going to come out and like try to be more conservative than he has been in the past in this fight, I don't know, man. I think this is going to be a sick fight.
Yeah, I think honestly I can see Royval winning rounds. I don't know where though, but I think at some point Kavanaugh's going to hurt him really bad. Either TKO him late or 29-28 split. That's the way I see this fight. I think he could chin him though. I'd be more likely, I think 2 or 3. I'd pick Loner Kavanaugh to chin him. But if it goes to decision, I think it'd be a split decision.
Let me ask you this, Chanda. Do you like, because somebody just said it in the chat. How do you, okay, let's say in theory, Josh Van versus Loney Kavanaugh. How does that fight go?
Draw. Or Josh Van not go.
Draws. He's got the split decisions. He's got the draws. Hey, disqualification is my take.
Hey, you know, no contest. I poke.
Damn, I fuck with that. Look, I think it's going to be a banger fight. I like Brandon Royval a lot. He's all like, I love flyweight, man. Someone said it earlier in the chat, right here. I like the way that fucking flyweight is going, man. Like, flyweight is such an interesting division. It was kind of in a weird place when Pantoja was cleaning it out. I hope Pantoja gets his belt back. That's like personal biases. I love Pantoja, but it's such an interesting division, man. All these young guys are so fucking good. They're fast. They're explosive. And DS, you said it on the live that we did earlier in the week, where you're like, people like to shit on flyweight. Like, these little ass guys are skilled as fuck, and they leave no room for error. That's a sick ass picture. They leave no room for error, man. They're fast, they're exciting, and I think from a speed like standpoint, Loney Kavanaugh's hands might be the fastest in all of flyweight, which is fucking wild. Like when he lets them things go. The Brandon Moreno fight is interesting because I think Brandon Moreno, aside from Loney Kavanaugh, and not taking anything away from Kavanaugh, I just don't think Brandon Moreno looked his best that night. How much of that is that he's done? How much of that is, whatever was going on, maybe an injury, maybe a bad camp, bad weight cut? Like, we don't know. But I'm sort of taking credit away from Kavanaugh for that because I feel like it was a lot of Brandon Moreno not being himself. With Royval, I think it's clear that he's no longer the guy he was, right? We saw him a year ago at International Fight Week lose to Josh Van in a fight that I think he was winning. A bad mistake in the last 30 seconds of that fight. He gets dropped, and I think that cost him the fight. Then he goes out against Manel Kopp and gets fucking chinned. How much of that is Manel Kopp being on steroids? How much of that is Manel Kopp's crazy power? It's hard to get a read, but we have to start questioning Brandon Royval's chin. And if you are starting to become chinny, Loney Kavanaugh is not the guy to fuck around with because he's got crazy power for the division. Hurts me to say it. I'm going Loney Kavanaugh. I think he's too fast. I think Brandon Royval will be slightly hesitant at the beginning until he gets into the fight, which will lose him those early rounds. I'm probably going decision, but I don't mind what I might be wrong with saying with a late knockout. Michael Chandler said he will be the backup for the main event. I saw Renato Moicano make a post on this. It was really fucking funny. He's like, Michael Chandler says he's stepping in as the backup. The UFC has not asked him to. He's just there stepping on the scale.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ready to go. I thought Mauricio Hoofy was supposed to be the backup, like actually. I don't know if he weighed in yesterday, but that'd be sick. Royval Van was a banger. Absolutely. It was one of the best fights of last year. Split predicts. Boy, stop it. Teron Brown says, I don't see him chinning Royval. I can see him winning a dominant decision, though, because Roy has a great chin. I hate the flyweight and bantamweight divisions. I think that's crazy. Those are, to me, like, those are the best two divisions. Like, I know they're small.
I mean, skill for sure.
I might be wrong.
Honestly, as a Marab Glazer, I can't allow the slander,
I think bantamweight is the best division in all of MMA right now. Look at Fat Omat. That's crazy. That picture's sick.
I mean, this is what happened if they moved up to featherweight.
Even if Sean O'Malley looked like that, he would still be cleaner than Benoit Saint Denis under the titty.
Under the titty.
Yeah, like stop it. I predict a doctor stoppage. Loney slips on that ice that his corner spills after icing his calf, goes down, breaks his collarbone. Joe Rogan fucking has a meltdown. Just another meltdown. That'd be crazy.
Look at these three stooges.
True Sewell in the chat. Do you think they play mind games with what they show and say on Embedded? Yeah. I mean, the UFC is like directing that, They're producing it. They're directing it. There's definitely biases put into that. Love lightweight, featherweight, great divisions themselves. Josh Van is up there with Kavanaugh when it comes to fast hands in the flyweight division. Josh Van, I think it's time to say he's the best flyweight on the planet. Is that like going out on a limb? I know he's a champion, but are we there?
I've been saying it.
Is he
until he beats Pantoja? Like, actually, I cannot say that.
When he beats, I'm just kidding.
Shout outs, titty power.
And I just want to say, I've been on the Josh Van train or van, whatever you want to call it, a long time. Like, you can ask Dino right here, right? Like, off the rip, I was like, yeah, this kid's fucking special. But I still didn't like how he handled himself in that after he won that. But yeah.
Two things we know about DS. He is on the Josh Van, has always been, and he loves Sandhagen's length. Those are like unquestionable. Those are the two things he likes. Oh, Sally drinks duck nut. Hey, that's that maybe. Wait for Pantoja. I love Pantoja. I can't wait till he gets back. Josh Van keeping Bilal Hassan's belt war from Bilal Hassan. Bilal Hassan's not even in the UFC yet, is he?
No, he's not.
I don't
know. He's a fuck. Hey, he is so dynamic. It's crazy. Pantoja has a big chance of beating him. I would love to see Van versus Kavanaugh banger, and I'm sure we will.
If you had to fight Josh Van, do you think you could take him?
No. Why would I be able to take a world champion?
Because you're like 200 pounds more than him.
No, I can't. I'm not going to sit here like I'm not going to be that guy. There's those guys. I think you're delusional. Like, unless you are a pretty high level fighter yourself, like you need to have not just a little bit of training, like a good amount of training for that to matter. You know what I mean? And I just don't have that level of training.
I might be wrong. When are you going to do a hog reveal or a face reveal?
What the fuck?
What?
He's interested about your length.
Right.
Well, I don't know.
Why are you hiding? You're fucking chopped, huh?
100%.
100%.
Hey, Hey, check this out. Next fight of the night, and my goodness, this is gonna have the hood go crazy, DS. This is the type of shit that make the hood go crazy. It is King Green. It is T-Rex, Terrence McKinney. It's Unks and YNs. It's like a generational clash. It's like, this is what I'm here for. Shout out Bobby Green for the fucking new custom shorts, which are pound for pound top 3 sickest shorts that the UFC has ever made. They got the black bandana design on them. They're sick. This fight's a fucking banger. I'm gonna be excited as fuck for as long.
First of all, I think it's called Paisley, just so you know that design.
Yeah, it's like a Paisley design. Yeah, you're right. Look at DS, the fashionista himself over here. DS, break this fight down for us.
I got a sister.
Not only does he know fights, he knows fashion.
Stop dead naming King. Like never hold hands comment. Fucking yo, never hold hands. Fucking hilarious, dude.
It's just like, look, here's the thing. I don't want to dead name him. I know it's 2026, but like, as a man,
it's ma'am. It's ma'am.
It's very difficult to just be like calling a grown ass man King.
That's what I said. I'm not calling another dude who's not actually named King. Also, you remember that wasn't that an NBA player named God's Gift? I'm not calling you that, bro. I'm not calling you that. I'm gonna call you GG at best.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky. Look, I don't have high level analysis for this fight. Okay, it's a Terrence McKinney fight, and he's fighting an even fucking weirder guy, and Bobby Green. Okay. I am just going to say that I think he will get it done, okay? I think he's going to come in, fucking Tasmanian devil. And look, Bobby Green like is great defensively, right? He's got great footwork too, but he's getting older. I think Terrence McKinney does find a shot. I don't trust the chin of Bobby Green at this point either. I think Terrence McKinney does find a shot, and then I think he gets a sub. I told you this. Maybe you think I'm wild for this. I think he gets a late first or like mid to late first round submission. And this, people sleep on the ground game of Terrence McKinney. All this being said, if he gets out of the first round, Bobby Green, live bet all day.
Facts. And Never Hold Hands says MMA fans are too base to have called Meta World Peace by his government. Brother, we're from Chicago. It's Ron Artest sipping Hennessy at halftime. Like, we don't play that kind of shit around
God,
here.
man, hey, by the way, did you guys see fucking Caleb Wilson, though?
Shout out, Caleb. Hey, what is it, 30-something yesterday?
35. What's called? Summer League record. Hey,
that's good.
We got a real one, dude. He looks fucking unbelievable.
So check this out, Yusuf in the chat. If Connor TKOs Holloway with a groin attack, I might be wrong. Can we get that face or hog reveal?
No.
Okay. You're just you're making the fans sad.
What the fuck, bro?
Give me your
That's
thoughts.
crazy.
You can get a toe reveal.
Toe reveal.
Okay. All right.
I'll go on Wiki Feet if that happens.
Dog reveal.
What?
Yeah, you pop out the dogs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's it. All right. Have a good night, everybody. That's it. We're done.
I might be wrong. Give us your thoughts on this, bro. King Green or Robert or Bobby or Bob, whatever you want to call him.
I'm fucking bewildered at the minute. So, King Green, Rupert Green, taking on Terrence McGreen.
Rupert is crazy.
I do honestly haven't a fucking clue, but I'm going to trust.
So real. That's so real.
I have two factors to go off of, and they're both in-depth analytical points. It's the year of the Unk, and people want to talk about the Nina Drama curse. I believe in the Jaden Cable curse, okay? Brian Battle, Cedric Dumas, and now Terrence McKinney. It's over.
Hey, who is Jaden Cable? Where the fuck did he come from?
He was a media company guy. He just got connections.
I had no idea who he was, and then he just sprang up with 50,000 followers.
Yeah, I was going to do a deep dive into him, and then I just thought I'd leave it because he seems like an okay guy.
Why are you, as a man, doing a deep dive on another grown man?
Hey, it was Pride Month last month, okay?
That's facts. That is facts, yes. He got you there. Teron Brown from the motherfucking rack. So you're going Bobby. You're going Rupert Green. Is that right?
Yeah, Rupert Green.
So you're going Rupert. DS, you're going Terrence McKinney by Terrence McKinney ways. I've seen people breaking down that this fight's going to decision. MMA Toad, for example. Shout out MMA Toad. Love you, respect you, but you're out of your fucking mind. That's not.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, I could see it. It's not gonna happen. I could see it.
I remember.
Go ahead.
I'd be shocked at over 1.5.
That's what I'm saying, right? It's Terrence McKinney, and what's weird is like we've always known this about Terrence McKinney. He's a fast finisher, and his cardio starts to fail. Like that's
I've
all
heard you're a
fucking
fast finisher too, my boy.
Hey, you seen Bobby Green talking about that with Terrence McKinney? He's like, he a quick pump chump. Like he just chumps it, like he just pumps and goes.
I didn't see that.
And then T-Rex, they like asked T-Rex about it, and he's like, yeah, like I'm in and out. I'm ready to leave. Like I'm trying to get my nut and go.
Right.
But so look, the thing is with like Terrence McKinney, it's like, okay, he's stupidly athletic. Like we know that.
Hey, yo.
Hey, so
yo.
We know how
Who was that, bro?
that was Pereira, bro. That was Pereira. That was
Damn, he did.
BBL Poetan. But look, we know the deal with Terrence McKinney. We know his cardio is like kind of shit, but like he's so athletic. He was a college wrestler. He's an athlete of all sense. I saw him playing basketball the other day. Looks good at fucking basketball. I remember I asked Charles Johnson last time out, DS, if you recall this. Charles Johnson, we were on the live, and I was like, yo, CJ, like you train with this guy. What's up with Terrence McKinney's cardio? And he was like, look, man, he trains as hard as anyone. He runs. He's got great cardio in the gym. But like some people, when they get in that cage, they are unable to become like who they're not. That is who he is. He's going to go in there, be stupidly aggressive, no matter how much we tell him, how much the coaches tell him. That will not change. That's who Terrence McKinney is. I don't see it ever changing for Terrence McKinney. I think that for the first 2 minutes.
We're like fucking 7 years in now, bro. It's not changing.
Right. But then we got people acting like it is. It's like he's not going to change. And his cardio seems to be getting worse somehow. He's getting tired quicker than before. Like, it doesn't fucking make sense to me. I think King Green or Robert or Rupert or Bobby, he holds his hands down when he's fighting. And that's really fucking stupid. Yeah. That's like insane to do against Terrence McKinney.
Hey, do you think T-Rex trains the same way that he fights? Do you think he just like, all right, we're going to spar and he just fucking comes out like, if not, he should. Because like, at least maybe his cardio will improve that way.
Yeah, I don't know. But look, Bobby Green is a veteran. He may be able to avoid all of this bullshit. But if not, Terrence McKinney knockout round 1. If not, it's Bobby Green by fucking finish in the second, or I don't even think we get to a third. It's Terrence McKinney round 1 or Bobby Green round 2.
Look, and can I just say one thing? It's an absolute fucking shame that Bobby Green is getting fucking custom shorts. And you know who's not getting custom shorts, Dino?
Rob Whittaker.
Yeah.
Yuri Prohashka.
Okay, that was your fucking segue to the next fight.
Robert Whittaker, who is who's also on this fight card somehow, right? He is on the prelim, moving up to 205 pounds. He is taking on the former Ukrainian, somehow currently Russian, Nikita Krylov in this one. Really quickly, though, just want to hit the chat. I see all these people talking about who they're picking. Bobby Green, blah, blah, blah. Terrence McKinney. Apparently, Jaden Plant. He's Jewish, so that's, that makes some sense. I'm picking Bobby Green via Terrence retardation. And these are great takes. Everyone, these are phenomenal takes. I love y'all. Keep them fucking going. Not going to lie, it's better I Might Be Wrong doesn't face reveal because he can be in bed right now speaking. Is that the case?
No, I'm in a chair right now.
Okay, good. Robert Whittaker and Nikita Krylov. DS, this is
what if I Might Be Wrong does this because he's gooning the whole time?
To each their own, man. I don't got an issue. If I could, I would. But DS, break it down.
I plead the fifth.
Look, again, like if you've watched us for any amount of time, I fucking love me some Bobby Knuckles, man. I really do. I am worried about the move up. He wasn't like the biggest middleweight, right? But God, this is a fucking former champion, man. He's got elite in and out karate boxing or karate kickboxing, whatever the fuck you want to say. Good kicks, great kicks. The jab and the pull counter is fantastic. Really good anti-wrestling, if you will. And to me, for my money, he's still one of the best and smartest game planners in all of MMA. Yes, I know he hasn't looked great lately, okay? And for me, some of the keys for this fight for him is you got to stay off the fence here, right? Nikita Krylov loves to get you there. Stay off the fence. You've got to beat Krylov to the punch. I think he's going to be able to do that. Make Nikita be the one to chase here, right? That being said, Nikita Krylov, legit fucking fighter, man. Like, I feel like one of the more underrated guys like in this weight class for a long time now. Chaos everywhere, dangerous submissions, heavy kicks, great finishing rate. It's a fascinating matchup, man. It really is. Like, I feel like it is a tough matchup for Bobby Knuckles. Like, but like with his caliber, like who are you going to give him at this weight class? So I get the matchmaking. I don't mind it. I still think Whitaker is the cleaner technician here. Yes, Krylov is going to be bigger, stronger, and more dangerous in those scrambles. And I know Bobby Knuckles has not looked great lately. And I am very, very biased. This is one of my favorite fighters of all time. So do with that what you will. I'm taking Whitaker. I'm still taking Whitaker. I think he gets a decision win here.
So DS is picking Bob Knuckles. I might be wrong. Who you got in this one?
You know, honestly, people saying that Whitaker is too small for a light heavyweight just ignore that he's an inch taller than Azuma. You know what I mean? So it's just, I don't really buy it all that much, you know. Like,
but Azamat is structurally like a chubby funster. You know what I mean? Like that's his whole vibe.
Yeah, I guess so. But
Chubby funster's insane.
Yeah,
I wouldn't use those. You know, yeah. But yeah,
Same thing to say.
It's a Ricky Gervais line.
I know. I love Ricky Gervais, by the way.
Anyway, Whitaker, I feel like is going to be the quicker fighter, and I think he's going to show an improvement in power. I think there'll be an improvement in power in this weight class. I think it's going to go nearly the same as the Ikram Alascaro fight. Chain him in the round 1 or 2. I don't know why I said the.
I love. Inshallah, you're right, brother, because I would love to see that shit.
Yeah,
praise be to God.
Hey, I'm going Robert Whitaker as well, man. I agree. I don't like the move up to 205. I don't think it's the right division for him. I think post this fight, even after a great victory, there's really not many things to do for him in this division. If there is, it's those rematches. It's Paulo Costa. It's RDR potentially. Like, what do you do? Like Yuri, Ankalaev, even Khalil Roundtree, who is the smallest of all those 205ers. Like at the top, they're fucking massive, man. So I don't love it for Robert Whitaker, but I think stylistically,
I think the Roundtree fight is winnable.
Yeah, I think that's it, right? Because like the rest of the guys are just too big, and at some point, size plays into it. I think Robert Whitaker and Nikita Krylov. I think it's a great matchup. I think it's a winnable matchup for Robert Whitaker. He's more skilled, literally everywhere, than Nikita Krylov, especially at this point. And now Nikita Krylov is chinny. Right, we've seen him getting fucking chin, so I don't mind Bobby Knuckles by knockout. I'm going by decision. I think it'll be kind of a war. I think Krylov will have his moments, but I think Bobby actually pulls this one out like a clear 29-28 type of decision. I just don't know what the fuck is next for him in this division, man. It's unfortunate. Hopefully he gets himself some shorts. Khalil Roundtree has shorts.
Bro, don't fucking piss me off right now. Like, what kind of outrageous ass timeline are we in where Bobby Knuckles doesn't have shorts, but fucking Bobby Green does, and Khalil Roundtree did? That's DEI, brother. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, but no, that is some bullshit, though. That is some absolute bullshit.
That's because
the disrespect is crazy.
It's because he took steroids, but told him he took steroids. You know, that's why you got to trust it. Like he took PEDs, but told him about it.
It's okay.
And then he got a main event after.
I really do think that Khalil Roundtree is going to get absolutely fucked on by Ankalaev in a couple weeks. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So let's move on to the next fight. We got to get through these. We got about half an hour until the return of the notorious Conor McGregor. Guys, next fight of the night, it is going to be the UFC debut, the highly anticipated UFC debut. So not only do we have Wang, not only do we have Pinas, not only do we have Raw Dog, we have Gable Steveson, who, if you know, you know, kind of fits in with all of those terms. He's taking on Elisha Ellison. DS, break it down for me. By the way, biggest favorite in UFC history, Gable Steveson.
I mean, what the fuck am I going to tell you here? It's a tailor-made matchup. If he somehow loses this, like that's the end of Gable Steveson here. He's going to take it down immediately. He's going to get a ground and pound finish in the first round. Minus 3,500. Let's get fucking real, bro.
I might be wrong.
I think Gable Stevenson's gonna, he's gonna start off a bit slow, get his like gauge in about, and then like around 40 seconds in, I think he's gonna spike Elisha Ellison and win by loophole.
Yeah, loophole. I like it. Yeah, Gable Steveson by getting Elisha Ellison hammered, slipping a Mickey into his fucking drink, and then finishing him. Look,
whoa,
bro.
Do you know what Mickey means?
That's crazy, bro.
Hey, look, it is what it is. Look, Gable Steveson, man, look, he is He comes in as highly
Remember,
rated.
you're gonna let him talk to you like that, bro?
Stop it.
That's crazy.
Stop it, guys. Please. Gable Steveson, he comes in as highly rated as any wrestler ever in UFC history. Probably the best wrestler to ever transition over into MMA. We've seen all three of his fights live. They're all first-round finishes. Last fight, he struggled a little bit, right? Ate a head kick, and we're very nitpicky by saying, he struggled because he ate one shot, but he handled it well. I'm not fully sold on Gable Steveson yet, but what we do know is that the wrestling is always going to be there, and it is going to be significantly better than anyone else's wrestling that he's ever going to face. So at the low level of heavyweight, he's going to dominate everybody. This is Gable Steveson by any way he wants. Even though the striking's not there yet, he can outstrike Elijah Ellison. He can always take him down and beat the fucking brakes off him all day. Gable Steveson, nothing to talk about. We have nothing to talk about with Gable Steveson for another year and a half until we start seeing him versus those top 5 guys. That's what I want to see. And Yusuf says that Gable touched him. So just got to throw that out there.
Not off the table.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I just want to. I need to go back.
Okay.
Do you know what Mickey means?
Like in like the actual
in Irish
thing?
slang. Do you know what Mickey means?
I think so. A Mickey to me, from the drink perspective, is like slipping a Mickey in someone's drink. It's like fucking date raping them, right? But in like the racist term, I don't know where it comes from, but I know it's like a racist term towards Irish people.
Bro, I didn't know the term for drinks, though. That's my bad. But I was just thinking about the Irish slang.
Okay.
What you just said to me, I'm going to translate it to you. You just said he was going to stick his dick into the drink.
That's fine. He might do that. We don't know. Gable's a wild man, bro.
John Jones is in his corner. Okay, that's crazy.
Connor is there. John Jones is in his corner. We got BBL Poetan. We got Pinas. We got Dana. Like,
hey, ultimately, is Steveson better than Bo Nickel?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. He's a better wrestler than Bo Nickel.
Oh, better wrestler. Yeah, sure.
Okay, Chanda, first of all, that's racist.
Why?
No, I was just kidding.
Okay. Yeah, the rape singularity.
He looks Irish.
The rape singularity is upon us. I like this. Gable Steveson is a Mario Pinto victim. I agree with that. That's big fucking
absolute
fact.
truth.
Oh shit! Hey, John Jones in the chat, bro.
Damn, John Jones told us I'm more than just Gable's corner. Shout out John Jones, bro. Look at it. We got the GOAT in the chat. John, we have a picture with you on Instagram. You should go check it out at the 107 MMA.
I was still fat at that point though, so don't judge me if you see it.
Look at this. The Tasteful Thickness comes in and says the legendary Penis Wang card and Raw Dog.
Hey, we've been talking about this for a long time.
The Menage.
You think that's Kobe thickness or no?
I doubt it, man. I doubt it. I think he spells his name with an E at the end, which is fucking bananas Fosters, my boy. Moving on to the next fight of the night, and it is friend of the channel, Adrian Yanez, and he is taking on there was a one-time champion, the previous champion, but for one moment, Cody Garbrandt was the best fighter on the entire planet that we had ever seen for those 25 minutes. Diaz, give me your thoughts on. Look at Mario Pinto out there, every fucking belt on him.
He's future go. He's gonna recreate that DJ.
Look,
pick.
Man, this is a fun fight. I think it's pretty much going to be a boxing match overall. Cody Garbrandt, pretty much a legend of the sport, right? Always a fun fight. But the chin, man, the chin is like just not good. And now he's, in the twilight of his career, taking on a very dangerous boxer in Adrian Yanez. For my money, some of the prettiest boxing in the weight class, potentially in the promotion overall. Unless Colby lands something huge, because he's still got some power, lands something huge early on. Even if he does, though, I just don't see him knocking out Yanez like that, man. I really don't. Yanez is the much cleaner technician. He's got the way better chin here. Garbrandt's pretty much going to be dangerous for 5 minutes. I think it'll be a fun fight. I think Yanez gets the win here. I'm going to say TKO in round 2.
I like this really quick. Pinas Wang Raw Dog card with Gable consent optional Stevenson and Connor no means yes on Miyat.
On Miyat.
Hey, the rape singularity. Hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husbands, Diaz. So they raping everybody out here. What was that guy's name?
You don't have to come and confess. We looking for you. We gonna find you.
We gonna find you. Hell yeah, I love that. Fucking.
I was dancing too, but you can't see it.
What'd you say? I might be wrong.
I was dancing too, but you just couldn't see it.
There we go. And maybe what Antoine Dodson. Look at the fucking ball knowledge in this chat. This is crazy fucking deep.
Some legit ball knowers.
Jeez, bro. I've
heard
wrong.
Chunda knows his way around a couple of bulls himself too. So
we can't say that for a fact. Chunda, give me your thoughts on fucking Cody No Love versus Adrian Yanez. I
will gracefully move past that remark, and I will talk about Cody Garbrandt. Cody Garbrandt versus fuck. All right, Adrian Yanez.
There it is.
I love Cody Garbrandt. He was my favorite bantamweight for a long time. When I saw him move to flyweight, I made a grave for him. It's somewhere in Cork, somewhere there. I can't remember where I put it, but there's a memorial for Cody Garbrandt there when he moved to flyweight. But anyway, he's dying this fight. Like, he's getting chinned. Like, no ifs, no buts, no maybe. The first 3 minutes, he's gonna be prime Cody Garbrandt, but that second round, fuck me.
I love this comment. This comment's fucking unhinged. You know, Diddy's fingers still smell like Young Jeezy. Shout out Young Jeezy. Look, Adrian Yanez is my pick. Not only because he's a friend of the channel and he fucking shows me and Diaz support. He's collabing with us. He's always down to fucking talk, and great guy, great fighter. Who doesn't love Cody Garbrandt, right? Very entertaining, man. At his peak was such an interesting story. The second youngest champion of all time. Such a fun fight style. The perfect fight that he had. The entertaining wars he would give us. He's always willing to go out on his fucking shield, which is amazing. The thing with Cody Garbrandt is, like, at this point in his career, the chin is just gone. He has become a 500 fighter. Last time out, if the MMA gods were just, this has to be Adrian Yanez, right? Because Cody Garbrandt won a fight he should have lost because he got his fucking nuts torn off of his body, right? And Adrian Yanez got a draw in a fight that everyone seems to think he should have fucking won. Look, man, I think Adrian Yanez is too slick. I think he's too fast. Like, Cody Garbrandt is the faster fighter here. But my point is that Adrian Yanez is going to eventually find Cody Garbrandt. He won't be able to handle the power. Whereas I think Adrian Yanez, if he does get hit, will be able to handle the power. Maybe I'm biased, but I'm going Adrian Yanez. I'll be honest, I don't love the odds. I think it's a little fucking crazy.
I was going to ask you, what are the live odds on this, or the current odds on this?
The current odds on this is Adrian Yanez minus 395. I think that's a bit disrespectful, but
I don't know, bro. I think this is lock of the card, and I would still use this as a parlay piece. What are the odds for Yanez by knockout?
Yanez by KO. Let me see. Let me get this open here. Adrian Yanez by KO is plus 100.
Ooh,
not bad.
What? Not bad. Guys, that is free fucking cheese. Yanez plus 100 for a knockout.
Yeah.
Bro, I love the value of that.
In the chat, Aloha brothers. He says Max is gonna smash Connor. We talked about it, and we're gonna get back to it in a couple minutes here. We all.
I gotta smash your boy, guys.
I was down to Cody Garbrandt until he got the face tattoos, which is crazy, right? Because you're like a man in your like mid-30s. You got a wife, you got kids. You're already like post your badass tough guy portion of your career, and it's like just like, yo, your dad's coming to pick you up from school, and he's got a sword going through his eye. Like, that's cool, I guess, you know. Yanez over 1.5. Garbrandt and Moreno hitting their subprime like it's 2008. That's a mortgage joke, DS. You would like that. You know, you're a whole honestly, guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yep.
He showed a regression of maturity with every move thereafter, moving to featherweight, fighting with his chin up, talking about his life like an anime arc. No more. This is about more than me sentiment. Yeah, I don't like where things are heading for Cody Garbrandt. Still one of the fucking OGs of the game. We got to kind of speed through these guys. We got 25 minutes. Kai Kamaka III. He is taking on Luke Riley lad, okay, from Liverpool, I believe. Diaz, give me your breakdown on this fight.
Yeah, Riley, man, I love the boxing. He's better than I thought he was. I wasn't super high on him when he came in. Sharp combinations. The timing is on point. He's composed beyond his years, man. He really is. He's kind of like Lonnie Kevin on that regard. Like, I don't think they're all that different. I'm not saying they're at the same level, but he's still undefeated. Every single UFC appearance, he's looked better than the last. And when you got these young guys, like we expect pretty less than just incremental improvement every single fight, right? And like I've seen that. I appreciate he doesn't waste punches, right? The energy output is very efficient. He looks like a legit prospect to me. The keys for him is really just to stay disciplined. Don't get drawn into a brawl. Beat Kamaka with the speed. This is another like lock of the card for me, man. Kai Kamaka's tough, and his toughness is like his best attribute, right? And for me, like when we talk about a guy and we're like, oh, he's tough, it's kind of like the equivalent of your girl when you're talking about one of her friends and you're like, oh, but she's so nice though. It's like, yeah, so she's not hot, right? Like it's kind of like that for me. Like if toughness is your best attribute, like you're not all that good. He's got the experience advantage, fine. He pushes a hard pace. He's tough as hell. I think the keys for him is to try to pressure Riley for ugly exchanges and test the chin. I just don't think it's going to happen, man. I think Riley's going to be the cleaner striker all night. Kamaka's durable enough to make it competitive, but I think we're going to see a big speed difference pretty early on, pretty much off the rip here. The accuracy is deadly too. I think it's going to separate him over the rounds. I think because Kamaka is so tough, it'll be a decision, but I'm taking Luke Riley.
Chanda.
I think Luke Riley kills him in the first 30 seconds. I'm just kidding. I'm going to go Luke Riley by knockout, rounds 2 or 3. I believe this is going to be a statement and win. I still believe Michael Aswell Jr. is still my boy. He's still my boy, okay?
Okay.
But I believe Luke Riley has learned from that fight, has improved. I think he's going to be patient the first few minutes, and then he's going to put a pressure and pace on Kai Kamaka like no one's seen before. It's going to be vintage Luke Riley. I'm not even a big Luke Riley guy. I just think this is the way the fight is going to go. I'm going Luke Riley, KO, out cold, 2 or 3.
So basically, you're coming in here with I believe that we will win. Luke Riley's going to win this fight. Look, Kai Kamaka he's a good fighter, man. He is a veteran. He is that archetype. He is like the tough, gritty veteran in the UFC that is supposed to lose to guys like Luke Riley. I think this matchup was tailor-made, right? This is a Paddy Pimblett card, more so, and this is something that people don't put into consideration. It's a Conor McGregor card. These fights are carefully crafted for
that's such a good point.
Yeah, for who the UFC wants to come out on top in this fight.
Like there's like Gable Steveson is like the evidence of that. Like the fact that this is where they're letting him debut makes like it, you know what they're doing.
Yeah, so they need England as a market. The UFC has clearly been dying for British stars, and Luke Riley fits the mold, man. He's gonna beat Kai Kamaka. There's a chance it's a decision. There's a chance it's a finish. There's no chance Kai Kamaka unfortunately wins this one. I think he is going to make it tough. I think he's gonna make it gritty because that's just who the fuck he is. He is a UFC, Bellator, PFL veteran. Like he's got all that shit. Luke Riley's too dynamic, and I see some other people here. The Tasteful Thickness says, when I hear Kai Kamaka, I always think of Marwan Rahiki. And then Teron Brown's going with Kai Kamaka. He's been he's been saying that all week. We'll see. I just don't fucking buy it, man.
Yusuf didn't like my analogy, I guess.
Yusuf, why? Why you don't like the analogy?
Right. He said, oh, she's nice, but not so hot. What the hell does that have to do with the fight? You got to take it all in as a whole. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I thought I set the stage pretty good for that analogy, but maybe not.
Yeah, well, to each their own. We move on to the next fight of the night, and it is the ladies. It is Tracy Cortez versus Wang Kong. Going back to what I was just saying about the previous fight, fights are carefully put together on this type of card, a Conor McGregor card, a massive fucking card. This is one where I'm not necessarily sure what the UFC is trying to get out of this one, because Wang Kong is very dangerous. She excels at the things that Tracy Cortez is not very good at, and vice versa with Tracy Cortez. My assumption would be, I know the UFC wants to continue growing the China market, the Asia market, but Tracy Cortez for the UFC, when it comes to like attractive ladies, this sounds shitty, there's not many. So like the like okay looking ones become super hot in MMA. You would assume they would want more of Tracy Cortez, right? Like it's got to be good for business. Diaz, give me your thoughts on this fight.
Look, it's a close fight. It really is. And as far as women's MMA, I think it's a great fight. I really do. Tracy Cortez, like, first of all, like, yeah, I love what you said. Like, if you saw, like, you've seen 17 Tracy Cortezes at your high school, right? When you were fucking younger, and you're like, you just thought nothing of them. But the fact that she's a great fighter, it changes it. Anyway, she's a pressure.
You know who's hating that analogy, DS? Yusuf's like, Yusuf's lost on that analogy.
Is he?
Yeah,
well,
look,
you know what?
Never hold hands.
I'm just kidding.
Never hold hands broke it down perfectly. If nice is your go-to descriptor for a woman, she's beat. If tough is your go-to descriptor for a fighter,
That's exactly it. See,
essentially.
bro, never hold hands. That's my guy, bro. He gets it. He gets it. That's exactly what I'm trying to say, for real. Anyway, look, I think there's a reason this fight on the Vegas odds is so close. It was basically a pick 'em last time I looked. I just think that Wang Kong, as good of a striker as she is, I just think that she's got like the biggest glaring weakness in this fight, and it is that the takedown defense, it's the grappling. Like, she's a nothing in that realm of the sport, right? So for me, I just think that Tracy Cortez's striking, while not good, is going to be serviceable enough to be able to implement her game plan and take it to the ground. And I think she is going to shoot those takedowns pretty early on here. It's striker versus wrestler. I think Cortez will consistently be able to get takedowns here. I think she's going to win 29-28 in a close fight here. If Wang is actually able to keep it standing, but I just simply don't see that, it's her fight. It's her fight for sure. But I'm going to go Tracy Cortez by unanimous decision here, 29-28.
I might be wrong.
I'm just not going to lie. I don't really see the hype with Tracy Cortez, both in the skill department and in the other department. Not my type, but don't sleep on Wang Kong in both regards. I think she's going to batter the calf in this fight. I think she's going to leg kick the fuck out of Tracy Cortez, keep this at range. And I think she will get taken down, but I think she's going to fucking get the calf beat up, and I think she might even chin Tracy Cortez late in this fight. But I'm going to go Wang Kong by split decision or late TKO.
Okay. And Yusuf, I don't necessarily think DS is horny, right? I think he's just making a great analogy. DS's girl is probably watching the show. It's a whole thing. But yeah, look, I'm on the Tracy Cortez side of this. I might be wrong. To me, again, I'm not trying to hype her up like she's some fucking crazy superstar, high-level fighter. She's good. She's good. And she has something that Wang Kong does not, which is wrestling ability. And when it comes to grappler versus striker, and it is so apparent that the grappler is like significantly better and the striker is significantly better in that regard, but has nothing. They both kind of have nothing to scale against the other in that dominant, skill that they have. The wrestler's going to win that. And Tracy Cortez is such a big star for what it's worth. She knows she does not want to get knocked the fuck out, man. And the easiest path to victory, the least resistance, is going to be in the wrestling. And Wang Kong has shown a massive hole in that regard. She's going to utilize it. She might fight a Marab type of game plan. And that's what I expect out of Tracy Cortez. Give me Tracy Cortez by decision. If she can't get it to the ground, it's really, really fucking bad news. Never Hold Hands says, y'all know what's crazy? Wang Kong had less makeup on than Tracy Cortez did at the weigh-ins. And she was dressed like the Joker. I don't think she can fucking do takedowns reactively. She's going to get stung and not improve. We'll see. You're right, man. Remember when Tracy Cortez put on a grappling masterclass against, help me out here, she is Nina Drama. Did you not see that video? She was subbing Nina Drama. Look, she's a good wrestler, man.
We can't just sneak past that fucking...
She got out-wrestled. She got out-wrestled by Erin Blanchfield. Who else was out-grappling Tracy Cortez? She is a black belt. Tracy Cortez she was fucking on Brian Ortega.
Oh, she's a black belt? I don't see color, brother.
Hey, you don't think that rubs off on you being with T-City? Stop the cap. Wang Kong has shown a massive hold at 10-7 horny. Brother, if I was horny, there are men on this card. She would probably be the last person I would fuck on this entire card.
Hey, don't sleep on Wang Kong, okay? I'm taking disrespect by that.
Speaking of horny, we move on to the next fight, and it is Damian Pinas.
This is what we've all been waiting. This is what everybody tuned in for.
That's what I'm saying. We might see the numbers spike here. DS has spent a lot of time on this card talking about the length of Corey Sandhagen, but we haven't necessarily talked about the girth of Pinas, DS, and that's what really everyone wants to get into. If you can give me your take on this, that would be interesting.
Yeah, look, Pinas. I'm a child, bro. He's a strong wrestler, heavy top pressure, good pace. He likes the clinch work. Okay, Pinas has some momentum here. Okay. The striking of Pinas is improving every single camp, okay? Pinas very physical, very, very physical, and Pinas is looking to close the distance, okay? Ultimately, the odds here are crazy to me. What can you tell me the live odds, Dino?
Yeah, live odds. You want Pinas odds?
Yeah, I need the odds of the Pinas.
Pinas minus 270.
So it's
Over on
swelled.
the
Even
Pinas.
the Pinas odds have swelled even more, which is fucking crazy to me. Almeida is an absolutely elite kickboxer. The leg kicks, I think, are going to slow Pinas down. The counters are fantastic. He's got huge power. This is probably my favorite dog on the card. Dangerous every single second that it stays standing. The takedown defense, yes, it's a question mark. So obviously that is why Pinas is the favorite here. But the cage awareness is improving for Almeida. And just the powers, I think the difference, it's classic striker wrestler, right? I just think Almeida's the better athlete, and the striking is fucking elite. I like him as a dog here. I really do, man. I'm gonna go Almeida by knockout in the second round.
I might be wrong.
First of all, I just want to say, Diaz, we gotta stay focused, my brother. We gotta stay focused.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
But Damian Pinas is gonna explode all over. He's gonna explode in the first round. He's gonna burst out of the gates in round 1. Okay. And I have a line. I don't know if I'm gonna get through this.
Oh, I need to lock in. I might be wrong. You need to lock in, brother.
Yeah, we got 13 minutes. I might be wrong.
Okay. Cesar Almeida is a good kickboxer, but one weakness he's shown is if you land, you really can't handle a decent 1-2. And what is Damian Pinas' one greatest maneuver? Every single knockout is a 1-2. So I think he can penetrate his guard, slip that 1-2 through that guard, and knock him clean out, and just explosive first round finish.
Look, you're talking about Pinas slipping through the guard, right? Cesar Almeida is such a good technical kickboxer. Where is Pinas going to find the hole? You know what I mean? That's like really what we got to think of. Look, you don't want
stupid.
You don't want Pinas touching your chin. I think everybody knows that, right? We're all trying to avoid that. Like we are. But Cesar Almeida technically is such a good fucking striker, man, that if Damian Pinas is not able to land on him clean, he's not going to win this fucking fight because he is that much better on the feet. Cesar Almeida has shown that when he gets hit, he gets wobbled, but he survives it, man. This is a guy that has beat Alex Pereira. So if we assume this fight stays on the feet, I have to pick the more technical guy as opposed to, no joke, the more explosive guy in Pinas. So give me Cesar Almeida. I think he wins this fight. It's scary. It's dangerous. Again, when Pinas is hunting for you, fucking run, because we don't want any of that. Everyone, I see your Pinas jokes. I wish I could read every one of them out loud, but we're running late on time. We still got 3 fights. Farid Basharat versus John Mowgli Garza stepping in on short notice. This was supposed to be Ethan Ewing, which would have been a fucking banger. DS, Farid Basharat, John Garza.
Hold on, I just lost my notes, brother. Okay. Yeah, look, the late replacement aspect of it, and it's a high-level guy. Like, the most basic breakdown here for me is, like, Garza is probably not good enough in general to beat a Basharat, especially not on short notice here. The Basharats are known for being, like, technically and defensively sound as fuck here. Like, this is what are the odds on this? Like, minus 1,000, bro. Like, I'm not going out on any type of limb here. Garza does have legit power. It's a huge jump in competition. Basharat should be cleaner, faster, more efficient technically. I think he's going to be able to mix in both the striking and the wrestling. I don't think he has to force one style one way or another. Basharat by decision.
I might be wrong.
Honestly, I'm not really hyped up on Basharat like a lot of other people. Like, I think Kenny Okoye said he could be champion. I don't see that at all.
No fucking way. I just want to say I wish it was Ewing because I would have loved to see that fight. I think Ewing would have had a legitimate chance, and I might have actually picked him.
I would have picked him.
Same.
Honestly, there's a glaring weakness with like Farid Basharat and Marwan Rahiki in particular. They're both like kind of two sides of the same coin. I have a suspicion both of them are chinny. Like, just blatantly, both of them are chinny. They're gonna get clipped one day. They're gonna get done like Yavid Basharat. So I'm nervous, but I'll take Farid Basharat, but I will not make it my luck.
Okay. Look, John Garza is actually pretty good, man, and all that fucking, he's dangerous early, and it's all good. I think he's going to be a solid UFC fighter. This is too much too soon, man. Short notice. Farid Basharat is a jack of all trades, master of none, right? He's really good at most things in the cage. I don't think there's a single area where I'm like, wow, like Farid Basharat stands out on paper or on film or anything like that. He's really fucking good. He works hard. He's going to win this fight. John Garza's no slouch, though, so I get why you're saying, it's not your lock of the card. Farid Basharat by decision, maybe Farid Basharat by finish, but John Garza's pretty good. Hopefully he gets another couple shots. This one's really fucking interesting. Ryan Gondra versus Zach Reese. I think it's interesting because, again, this is, and I said it earlier, this is two dudes that are kind of like, like with Gondra, we don't really know much, right? We haven't seen like the proof of how good he is. And when it comes to Zachary Reese, all we've seen is 500 from him, right? Sometimes he's great. Sometimes he's fucking terrible. I think he has the frame. I think he has the athleticism. I think skill for skill, he might be the more skilled guy, but he has trouble putting it together. DS, give me your breakdown on this.
By the way, trouble putting it all together, even though, like, yeah, exactly. Like on paper, the skills are there. And also, like, bro, like he gets so fucking lucky. He's gotten so lucky, whether his opponents are making a bunch of mental mistakes or he finds just some lucky ass shit. I think it ends here. Gondra, a really good pressure boxer, does mix in the takedowns well. He's very durable, and I think that's going to be a big factor here. He's building momentum. He's got better cardio than earlier in his career. He doesn't make many mistakes, and I think that is really a key against a guy like Zach Reese. And yeah, Reese, again, solid everywhere. He's a southpaw, which I think will help him too. The keys for him are going to be to keep the distance, land first, avoid getting backed up. I think Garza is just going to put the pressure on. I like Gondra by decision here. Reese is going to be much more dangerous early. Gondra should have the wrestling edge, in my opinion, here. If Reese doesn't find a finish in the first round, and I don't think he will, I think the momentum swings in the round 2 and moving forward. It's not like a crazy high confidence pick for me, but I'm taking Gondra.
I might be wrong.
My breakdown of this fight, now bear in mind, I didn't do like a ton of research into it, but my breakdown of this fight is completely different to Diaz's one. I think it's going to look a lot like the Jose Medina fight. We've seen Zach Reese struggle with guys that pressure him up against the fence and just volume him. That, jeez, like fucking.
And I love Jose Medina, but he's fucking terrible.
Yeah, he was kind of relying on his chin, and Gondra just cracked that. I believe he has a better chin than Zach Reese, so I'm going with Ryan Gondra knockout round 1.
Yeah.
We saw Jax McVeigh pressure Zach Reese up to the cage and batter him until Zach Reese got that rear naked choke.
Yeah.
Gondra's going to chin him.
I might be wrong. I put Zach Reese in that same mold as like Cedricus Dumas and like guys like that, where it's like
that's well said.
Yeah, like we see some skills and we know that there's athletic ability. We know that there's finish ability. Zach Reese probably even more skillful than most of those guys, but he just can't put it together. We got Kylian Mbappe in the chat. No, we're not going to be showing the fight. That's illegal. But shout out Kylian Mbappe. All we're showing here is peanuts, my boy. That's all we're talking about today. So yeah, I'm going Ryan Gondra round 2 TKO. I just cannot trust Zachary Reese to do it. Cody Durden, Alessandro Costa will be the first fight we see in about 5 fucking minutes. DS, quick breakdown of this.
Yeah, Alessandro Costa. I'm taking him for sure. Cody Durden, a good fighter, obviously, but Costa, fast technical kickboxer, sharp body kicks, counters, great scrambler. The confidence seems to be building here. The striking accuracy keeps improving. He's got good takedown defense against like guys that aren't super fucking elite in the wrestling. And I think he's a better finisher than the record suggests. So the keys are going to be stuff the takedowns early, force Durden to actually strike on the feet, keep the pace high. We know Durden wants to go wrestling first, try to put that top pressure on if he gets it there. I just think that Durden's going to shoot early in the first round, probably in the first couple minutes. I think Costa will be able to, for the most part, defend the takedowns. He's going to have a speed advantage. If he's able to stand upright, it's a very straightforward fight. I could see it going the distance, and that's probably what's going to happen here. Durden's path for me is pretty much entirely the wrestling, right? You're taking on a Brazilian guy who's dangerous, not known for their wrestling. I'm going to go Costa unanimous decision here.
Chanda.
Honestly, I see Durden winning the first round. I can see him doing really well in the first couple of minutes. I feel like Costa at some point is just going to accumulate damage, and I feel like that damage will lead to a finish in round 2. Because while Durden has been having like a resurgence as of late, I feel like his last performance, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Jafel Filio was injured in that fight. Am I wrong?
But I don't know if he came in with an injury, but he didn't look himself. I'll tell you that.
He didn't look himself at all. Like I think he broke his foot or something like that. Something went wrong in that fight, and I think Jordan might have a heightened sense of confidence because of that. And Costa has big power. He's good submissions. I can see in the second round, Durden trying to get into a flow state and just getting caught with something, whether it be a short uppercut, like on a takedown or a knee, or he catches him in like a guillotine or a triangle or something like that. I really see Costa just finishing him in the second or third round.
Yeah, I'm going Costa. I'm going round 1 late TKO. I like Cody Durden more as a fighter than I do Alessandro Costa. Like, I'm a bigger fan, but I think he got lucky and just saved his UFC career, got himself an extension last time out by winning that fight. If he hadn't won, he would have been cut. So good for him. He's getting a paycheck. Alessandro Costa hits too hard. Cody Durden's chinny. So I'm going to Durden. Really quickly, guys, before we do the quick last-minute rundown here, Yusuf, thank you for following us on Instagram. Everyone go check us out on Instagram at D107MMA. Yes, Yuri Prohashka follows us, as should you. If you guys are enjoying the fucking program, thumbs up, please. Subscribe, please. It would mean the world to us. Check out I Might Be Wrong. Last second rundown. We do this every Saturday, guys. We fly through everything. We've got 3 minutes. So everyone, 10 seconds. DS, Cody Durden, Alessandro Costa. 10 seconds.
Costa.
I might be wrong.
Costa finish round 2.
Costa by finish as well for me. So we agree there, I guess. Ryan Gondra, Zach Reese. DS.
Gondra by finish.
Gondra by knockout round 1.
Also going Gondra TKO round 2. Farid Basharat, John Garza.
You're asking me?
Yeah. You go first.
Oh, Basharat decision. Easy call.
I got Basharat by sub rounds 1 or 2.
I'm going Basharat by decision. I think he kind of takes it easy and plays it safe. The man everyone's talking about, Damian Pinas versus Cesar Almeida.
Not a fan of Pinas. I think Almeida gets a knockout in the second round.
Pinas, explosive round 1 knockout.
I personally hate Pinas, so I'm going Cesar Almeida by KO. Tracy Cortez versus Wang Kong.
Cortez by decision.
Wang by knockout.
Tracy Cortez decision. Kai Kamaka versus Luke Riley Diaz.
Riley by decision.
Riley by knockout.
Yeah, I'm going Luke Riley. If I was betting it, decision or knockout, but let's say decision. Cody No Love, a.k.a. Cody No Chin, taking on friend of the channel, Adrian Yanez, who also follows us on Instagram.
Yanez by knockout. Easy call.
Yeah, Yanez by knockout.
Love it. I'm going Adrian Yanez by knockout. Gable Stevenson, UFC debut versus Elijah Ellison.
Tailor-made matchup. Stevenson by ground and pound first round.
Stevenson by loophole, round 1.
Stevenson by whatever the fuck he wants in round 1. Bobby Knuckles debuting at 205 pounds, taking on Nikita Krylov. DS.
Whitaker unanimous decision.
Bobby Knuckles by KO rounds 1 or 2.
I'm going Robert Whitaker by knockout round 2 as well. I just think he's the better fighter than Nikita Krylov. The Hood about to go crazy for the main card opener. It is King Bobby Green taking on T-Rex Terrence McKinney. DS.
McKinney first round sub.
Green by second round knockout.
Terrence McKinney round 1 TKO, but I don't mind club and sub. Brandon Roy Vol Raw Dog versus Lonnie Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh unanimous decision.
I got Kavanaugh 29-28.
I'm going Kavanaugh late knockout round 3. I think he drops Roy Vol and we end all that. Corey Sandhagen, the Sandman, taking on Mario Bautista.
Sandhagen decision.
Sandhagen either late finish or 29-28.
Yeah, I'm going Corey Sandhagen as well. On method, I'm going to go decision because I think Mario Batista's tough, but give me Sandhagen all day. A bounce back. Y'all must have forgot. The co-main event of the evening, we got the dirty Frenchman, Mr. Staph Infection himself, Benoit, God of War, Saint-Denis Diaz, and he's taking on, Paddy the Baddy.
You guys convinced me to sway the other way. I'm going Paddy Pimblett.
I'm not convinced yet, but this is my most 50-50 of the night. I'm going with subscriber and follower Paddy Pimblett by sub rounds 2 or 3.
I fucking hate both of these guys, but I'm going Paddy Pimblett. I think Benoit Saint-Denis, just is terrible off of his back, and I think Paddy Pimblett will get it there. And then the main event of the evening, my goodness, 5 fucking years in the making, the return of the Mac, the notorious Conor McGregor, and he's taking on the Blessed Express, the best is blessed DS, Max Holloway.
Don't come for me, but McGregor round 3 knockout.
I'm gonna go Holloway by TKO rounds 3 to 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
Might be a quit on the still.
Damn. I'm going to be a basic bitch. I'm going Max Holloway TKO up against the cage, round 3, as Conor finds himself moments early, but eventually fucking fades. Guys, that is it. It is the return of Conor McGregor. It is 4:02 p.m. Central Time. That means the card has started. Once again, if you guys enjoy...
Go Norway, by the way.
Shout out Norway. Erling Haaland, baby. I'm all for it. Like and subscribe. It would mean the world to us. Follow us on Instagram at D107MMA. Check out our boy Chunda. I might be wrong. MMA over there. He's always dropping some fucking content. If you guys are looking for a live stream to go follow, I suggest go and follow our boy Fight Society. He is live. Go check him out. DS, you want to come over for the fights? Have a couple 2-treat beverages?
I'm going to see New Japan Pro Wrestling actually tonight, but I'm down to slide after if you're free. I'm being Hoffman Estates.
That's wild. Text me, let me know. Gilbert in the chat. I don't know, man. Last time I sent something, I was ignored. I'm just saying. Gilbert, get your ass to my house. I might be wrong. Thank you, guys. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe on the way.
Wait, Gilbert who?
GS, bro.
That's GS? What the fuck?
Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Let's go watch some fucking fights.
Peace.